Oh.
You will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
I'm doing good. Happy to be here. I've just distinctly noticed the chat has not requested that I have any babies. And I want to know what's up with that.
So you are
I'm not. Am I not good enough that you want a copy of me? What's going on, guys?
Theo, where's the
I think the problem is, Theo, the chat assumes that you already have several out there. You just don't know about.
All right.
To slide it and it just is that
what
what it and the white part was extremely prominent.
I'm not judging you.
Hey guys, I just want to do like a quick little like update video. What's been going on with me? Just because a lot of things have been going really great. Been making a lot of progress on some of the projects I've been working on with my books. I got a campaign I'm going to launch pretty soon for an audiobook, so if you want to get on that, link to get on the email list, probably below wherever this is. But yeah, I got a lot of things. Just yesterday, I finally got my car back from the repairs that have been going on with that. It's been really hard. In particular, it's been really hard in the family, especially with the kids and, only with one car and the financial issues. But, things have been, like I said, looking up lately, and, I think I should update you guys, but, well, before I get in line, let me get the mail, cause I'm right here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, what's this? Phenomenal. No. No! 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 Damn it! Damn it, Vaughn! No! No, Vaughn! No! No! Damn you! Damn you! January 20th, 22nd at Heroes Con! I'm gonna bully you, Vaughn! I will bully you, Vaughn! No!
You really singing though, or one of those karaoke things?
everybody, it's Friday. It's the Weekly Rogues Gallery, episode 58. Holy shit. And we got a lot to talk about tonight, so we'll get right into it. We are joined by special guest, first time on the show, Papa Neil, actor and stand-up comedian. What's going on, man?
And not too much. That's a really cool intro. I mean, I got to tell you, I don't know where you found the pictures of me back when I was younger, but that was good. I mean, that's some research. That's deep research right there. That was my audition for Goodfellas.
I was going to say, little known fact, you were Robert De Niro's height double, I heard. So, if they needed him to just be slightly above Joe Pesci, you were the guy.
Well, I think it was more the ego double, but that's okay.
All right, let's see who else we got here. Theo, what's going on, man? How's your week going?
I'm doing good. Happy to be here. It's been a good week out here in the sunny Las Vegas, Nevada. Just trying to stay out of trouble. Doing my best.
You're what, 2 weeks in?
Yeah. 2 weeks in. It's been a lot of fun. People are a lot worse at comedy out here than I thought. So things are going well.
You're in good company then.
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was excited to go to that open mic. And then I got home and I wasn't excited anymore.
No, I told you not to go. That's on you.
Well, yeah,
I told you not to go.
Hey, out of 45 people we saw, there were about 3.
Wait a minute. You went to an open mic where they had 45 comics go up?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Well, it sounds like calling them comics might be a little generous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It was there were 40 people who were told that they were so funny in church camp.
Yeah.
You should have your
They
own
each got
show.
what, 3? Yeah, it was 3 minutes. 3 minutes a time.
Yeah.
Too long.
Oh man, it's
Crazy.
a lot of people are just doing it for attention or because they like trauma dumping.
Oh, really,
or-
Theo?
Yeah.
I'm sure you know all about that.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
What
But
was
I,
all of that.
yeah.
Do they also have podcasts for the same reason?
No.
Hey, look, you gotta understand
Yeah,
something.
ours has just got here and he's already catty. What's going on?
Comedians and actors, we're all fucked up. We all have some mental issues that we should be in therapy for. And we use the stage as our therapist because it's free.
Yeah.
It was very effective.
Man. Yeah.
That's
it's a
exactly-
great-
Podcast isn't enough for that.
Look, if I had Kevin Hart money, I wouldn't be on a fucking open mic stage. I'd have a therapist in my house.
Well, Vaughn, you see, the benefit of doing comedy and not a podcast is when you're on stage, a girl might think she can fix you.
No, that's true. I get at least 2 or 3 of those every time I go out. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
funny,
you know,
too.
it was a good time. It was a good time. I'm not going to complain. I'll probably go to like the next one you go to.
Yeah, go. Yeah, well, no, go. Well, next time I have like an actual like gig where I'm doing real time, you should. Go.
Yeah, that would
just so I could get the.
The
club
funniest part, man, the crowd had so much, shit fatigue. Like you came up like 30th.
Yes.
And right as you were walking on the stage, like 10 people just fucked off. They're like, okay, I can't take any more.
Another man with a man bun walks in, I'm gone.
Yeah.
That's the problem with going to an open mic with 300 people. You know, I mean, everybody's either gone or asleep by the time they get to 25.
Yeah.
I don't think I could. I don't think I would show up late. But I was stuck in traffic, guys. I know when's Steve coming up.
The energy level, like way before he even got up, was pretty much non-existent. To be fair, several of the people before were straight up social vampires. They just sucked all of the energy out of everybody there and just left.
What you should do, Theo, next time you go up there and the first joke you tell is a really bad one, like what's the deal with airplane food level? And then you follow up with your best joke. Catch them completely off guard where they think you're gonna like bomb.
Right.
He could just catch them off guard and
Inside
just be funny.
jokes that only we would get.
Right? That's exactly what the funny ones did kind of catch people off guard. It was like, wait, what?
They're like, yeah, it took them like a minute or two to realize that I was actually being funny. And they were like, "Whoa, hold on, hold on, you should pay attention." And there was this random chick who just wouldn't shut up during my set. And I had to like quiet her down a little bit. And I only had 3 minutes, so a heckler can really derail you in 3 minutes. And
Oh yeah,
it sucked. It sucks, man. It's just see this is the burden. You guys don't understand the burden I bear being this handsome. Women everywhere are just always trying to get my attention so they can have sex with me.
Oh, your life is
and
so
moving on to Strider.
Oh, bummer. Cry me a fucking
His
river.
life is very Strider. Come on, his life is very difficult. The looks have led him to a plethora of STDs and bad decisions that he could have avoided were he more mediocre looking.
Those are unconfirmed reports.
You look like me. Your kidneys are not on the line with every bad decision you make. So, I mean,
hey, don't. Strider, I'm sure there's a lovely lady out there that would love to steal your kidneys.
Only problem is she's got a bit of an Adam's apple.
Someday, you know.
I'm pretty sure that chick that Theo was hitting on in Vegas would take Strider's kidneys too. She was there for the kidneys, not for the
broker would though.
I'd let her.
The broker,
the pussy broker absolutely would take Strider.
You know, if it was a fun night, I consider like, you know, well, that's okay. That's the story I'll tell my kid. Well, I can't have kids anymore, so that's not happening. She took that too. Damn it.
Whoa. Okay, Strider, back up. It's your intro now anyway. What are you talking about? What you can't have kids? Or
that was a joke. I tried to make a joke.
Short was fun.
I tried to make a joke about hitting on the Vegas hooker that would steal my kidney, but she just went a little bit down south and stole everything else, and so that was my joke. It landed very badly.
Poor guy.
Okay,
it didn't even land, dude. As a comedian here,
it landed like a female pilot lands a plane.
It landed like a female comedian.
Sorry, Papa.
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Arza, how's your week going?
I was going just fine. Put out a few videos. Been back home. I just ordered a bookshelf.
Awesome, Professor. How's your week going, buddy?
My week is over, and I'm glad that it is. It's been kind of a shit week, but I'm glad to be here and nearing vacation. I'm looking forward to being in Vegas next Friday night. It'll be pretty awesome. Got all of my travel booked through vacation, so I'm literally just counting days until I can get the fuck out of this dirty, heat-filled cesspool and to somewhere nice and clean for at least a little bit of time.
All right. Well, I'm glad you're coming to Vegas. That'll straighten out all of those problems, I'm sure.
Yeah, really.
Well, I'm leaving Vegas the next morning for Salt Lake City and then Yellowstone the day after that. So,
okay. You actually are going somewhere nice.
Well, he's on the road from the cops. He's got to keep moving.
Your book hasn't arrived, has it? Because I just want to make sure you're watching the road.
Oh, I have to check my mail. I have a bunch of boxes to open up. I'll check it and see. I just want to make sure all of my cars are parked first and I'm not in them.
Yeah, just watch the road, pal.
All right.
But I will look it up.
Vaughn Coleman. Vaughn, how's you pretty much got all the fulfillment for Phenomenova done, right?
Yeah, I mean they
got mine.
Yes, shipped out.
I got mine yesterday, so
nice.
Looks so pretty good. All right. Yeah. What else you got going on, buddy? When's that con you and Battsauce are going to go have your?
Well, it's not. He said January in the video. I'm like, that happened this year. Why did you say of all months? It's June. But that's late June. That Battsauce and I are going to be at Heroes Con. I think it's 20th, 21st. I'll double check it, but I think 20th to 22nd. But I mean, I'm working on issue 3 of my book. I've got some other really cool stuff planned. Been working on short stories. So I'm also doing this thing. Like today, I was relaxing, which I don't do enough. And I'm like,
you shouldn't do that ever. You're too young for that shit.
Yeah, exactly. If you're relaxing in your 20s, you're a pussy. Stop it. Go do something.
I thought I could have one day.
No.
Okay.
You can relax when you're 35.
Well,
Vagabond. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or he can relax when his woman puts her feet against him. Just saying. No, but
there's a whole lot of relaxing going on in that moment for you.
So, Vagabond. What kind of videos have you been watching lately, Vagabond?
No, right now I'm debating on buying VIP Maid Cafe tickets for MomoCon.
You know, you should buy Phenomenova issues 1 and 2 available now on RebelOasisStudios.com instead of buying that.
Links in the chat, folks.
Well, no, I'm getting ready for MomoCon later this week. I'm looking at the Maid Cafe tickets.
Right on.
Hopefully these women will step on me, and I can get some lovely feet pictures for Vaughn. He's been asking.
I'm so like I hope you know like I like purposely like delay opening your messages to me. You know what it's gonna be.
What is wrong with all of you?
Oh, dude, at least you don't know. At least you guys don't know Cloud, and you don't see his messages.
No, but yeah. Other than that, I was on stream with the common nerd. Today was his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Jesse!
Happy birthday, Jesse!
Tomorrow I'll be on Anime for the Homies, and then probably sometime I'm thinking around the 1st. I swear it's not hentai podcast would officially begin.
Oh yeah.
Oh, very cool.
All right, that's right. So Common Nerd is doing a 24-hour stream. He does that every year for his birthday. I was wondering where half the chat was. Now I know. All right, speaking of the chat, let's say hi to the chat real quick and get going. We got Jason Clinton, first one in. What's going on, man? Let's see who else we got. We got Battsauce. Hope the car is doing all right, buddy. I was sorry. That video was really, really sad. We got Master Hobo, greens from the homeless shelter. I assume from the week-long absence at Iron Oxide and Selena, we're busy, if you know what I mean. That's not your hashtag irons. All right.
We finally getting our reward for hitting 500.
Moving on, Allison Sanders. What's going on, Allison? We got Diana here saying hi, Uncle Neil. Awesome.
Well, I guess we'll just say hi back, but you weren't supposed to say nothing.
Probably about a year ago, it was more of a problem. But yeah,
lovely
hopefully
Sherry's here. What's up, lovely Sherry? We got Blue-Eyed Scorpio. What's going on, brother? And
oh yeah, I will absolutely.
I don't know what's going on with Professor. I'll just. And I think that is it for now. Let's see.
Really goes on with Professor.
Battsauce, I have evidence, but I fear Vaughn has ties to the government. I thought you said the cartel.
Yeah, see what I mean? The story is so inconsistent.
Tomato.
I mean, if it was Mexico, that would also.
Yeah,
be
but it's
correct.
not Mexico, so he's wrong and he's lying. Anyway, moving on.
Well, didn't the FBI get caught sending guns to Mexico or to Tijuana?
Listen, Battsauce is a federal agent that is trying to defame my character. That's all that is happening.
Not that you need the help.
Well, hold on, Vaughn. Did you make a video, or because Battsauce has a video?
No, I don't need it.
Pretty compelling evidence.
I was too busy working and writing. I kind of went, and I kept on working.
He then had to reach over and wipe clean his monitor.
So wait, Vaughn. I want to dissect what you just said. You were busy writing and creating your comic book.
Well,
Battsauce was not writing, but drama farming.
Yes, correct. Exactly. Exactly.
Is that why Battsauce's book is
Just
5
trying
years
to throw
late?
gasoline on this.
No, it's not.
Shit.
It's not yet.
What up, Release McCracken? All right. Well, somebody said Mexico. First topic of the night's actually a depressing one coming out of Mexico. I'm sure everybody kind of saw about this earlier. Yeah, this is actually, I'm not even joking. I'm being serious. This was a kind of a sad story, but there's a lot to unpack here. So this influencer, and what was really terrible was the unedited video of her murder was broadcast. It was on Twitter, Facebook. I don't think YouTube, but it was just going all over the place. 23-year-old kid. And yeah, just kind of want to get everybody's thoughts on this. Is a really tragic thing.
I don't even know what happened.
They streamed murdering this chick.
Yes. So here's what happened, Neil. She's a TikTok influencer. So she is on TikTok, or it may have even been Twitch. And she was just live streaming, where these girls, they just go on and they just live stream their day-to-day everything. And people chat in, send them money, super chats or whatever they call it, all that. And during that, she got a delivery, and the delivery driver shot her execution style.
What? Why?
Well, that's where the story kind of gets. Nobody knew for about the first 24 hours, but it got real obvious. A lot of people called it. It was in Mexico. So, according to reports, cartel leader Double R got mad that Marquez was getting expensive gifts from her followers, so he decided to execute her. Double R is a member of the violent
Jalisco Nueva Generacion cartel.
La Cucaracha, La
Thank
Cucaracha.
God for you, Vagabond. I would have murdered them. Oh, God. Bad time to make a joke about my pronunciation.
Well, I mean, I'm familiar with that cartel's name, so
Really?
I'm not. I have nothing to do with them. Just
God. In case anybody's watching, authorities, he has nothing to do with that cartel. Just that one, apparently. Just a couple hours before she was trying to be careful for YouTube, before she was, Marquez said someone had tried delivering her a gift, and she joked that they might be trying to kill her. Maybe they were going to blank me or something. I've already said kill, but before she passed, she said she's being threatened and said that if anything happened to her, her ex-boyfriend was to blame.
Oh.
So apparently she cut it off with the guy. One of her last posts, she said, "I've changed. I don't go out anymore. I don't drink anymore. I've stopped being around thugs. I'm a good girl now." And this is, so she's mixed up with this guy.
Huh.
Yeah.
The one who paid for the titties.
Could have told you that would have been a bad idea.
I mean, if she's not using them, look, she's not using them anymore. Can we get them back?
Oh, God damn. I'll try not to make joke to that. They were just there.
He was there
to that guy's arms, but I can guess what they look like. Let's be honest.
Oh, man. She's probably still making payments on the titties. They're probably going to get repossessed.
Oh, my God.
I think that might have been what this was.
Did they say what part of Mexico?
They didn't. Let's see.
I'm gonna assume it's part of Jalisco, given the name of the gang, the Jalisco guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's different areas they'll go to and whatnot. Like one time I delivered a film for a guy that was doing not a film. I brought down a projector at the center I used to work at in Ensenada, and the guy was doing a documentary about how corrupt the government is down there. So literally the next day, his daughter found him in his own house, strapped to a chair, tortured to death.
Oh my God!
Oh, yeah, that'll prove him that the gangs aren't corrupt.
Well, like, a lot of it. So there's like I mean, I go to Mexico a lot, so they like even the government is corrupt. Like I have, whereas like,
honey, this is what happens when you leave us alone. You know that.
No, but yeah, you can like bribe the cops. You just keep a couple $20 bills in your pocket, and like say you parked in the red and they're supposed to tow your car. You pull all the 20 out your pocket. Cop comes over, looks both ways, tells the guy to put down your car and get going. And
see, now that
I always wanted to go to Tijuana or some of the other, the touristy places. The beaches in Mexico are supposed to be beautiful, but I don't see any point. Oh boy, she's
okay. So
hey, just real quick. It's not to yell at you guys. No, you missed a part of the story though. So her friend was there, okay, and she made her stay. So this is the biggest thing is like they're thinking that she was in on it because when she was shot, she picks up her telephone with no emotion. She didn't scream. She wasn't upset. She picks up the phone and just turns off the live and leaves.
This is what I'm saying. Women don't know how to make friends. They're terrible at giving advice.
Wow.
I'm telling you, do not listen to your friends, ladies.
Yeah, it was she was in on it.
Yeah, that's it.
That does sound definitely suspicious. If she had no emotion, I remember you telling me about this now. So she was ready to leave and go, just turn off the stream and get out of where she was, and her friend talked her into staying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
She's like, no, stay. It's an expensive gift. It's an expensive gift. Please stay. And she was gonna leave.
Yeah. Cost your life. Jesus.
That's terrible. Is she on Instagram or?
God damn it!
Look, all I'm gonna say is that the Spotify true crime people are gonna love this.
Was there a group for like dudes that love prison chicks in Mexico?
Yes, that's on Instagram. Actually,
On
it's
Tinder.
Theo would know.
Theo's an
Theo is a
admin. What are
paid
you talking
member.
about?
But I think the whole thing is so tragic and sad, and they were supposedly best friends. So she had some kind of jealousy or something.
See, this is what I'm always
Yeah.
saying. Women do not know how to make friends.
Why?
Mhm.
Oh.
I'll have to
She's
show you
just
the
selfish that
screenshot
she
if I
didn't get
can
the
find it.
expensive gifts.
I'll send if I can
Yeah.
find it. I'll send it your way. I'm not going to show the video. Obviously, I've seen the video. And it's
Yeah.
absolutely horrific. But the ending part, I'll show her face. Like she literally does not care.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so she was
it's
in on
actually
it.
chilling. Yeah, she was definitely in
Look,
it.
I'm not
So
gonna defend any of this, but you have to look at it in their culture and how they grew up and the environment they live in. If this is in an environment where it's nothing but gang members, well, then this is something normal. And if she was
Yeah.
to show emotion or did anything like that, well, she's laying next to her then. So it's
true.
We
That could be
apply
true.
our values and our surroundings to an environment or an event that happened that's completely out of what we are normalized to.
Yeah.
Right.
The only part is like she kept her there. That's the part where I'm like, yeah.
She could have been paid
so-
off. She could have been forced. They could have
Well-
said, "You keep her there, or both, or we're going to kill
You
you
and your family,
too."
you're all gone.
But
Yeah.
the blank expression though, the absolute stone face, yeah, I don't buy that.
I
Well, they
wouldn't be
could
able
have just
to.
they might have just said, "Look, keep her there, and we'll give you her tits."
I hate you guys.
We know that the friend didn't have better ones though.
I thought the friend had smaller ones.
Theo hit her
The
up.
one,
on
that, the one that
Instagram.
gets the other girl killed always has the smaller ones.
Well, no, this is an advantage. I mean, if Theo finds her Instagram, makes friends with her, and then gets her to confess in the throes of passion, well, then we've got it. We've solved it.
What the fuck world are you living in?
Well, I do
One
want to add.
where Theo can use his honus for good.
Thank you.
I do want to add. Sometimes some of the more ruthless ones are ran by women down in there.
That's true.
There was a lady, I forgot. She ended up being killed later on. But she was like the head of like second command of another cartel, and she was setting up hits and stuff. And there's another lady that she would do the hits herself. But you never know. I mean, I've seen videos of other instances. It could be some of the most minor things. Like there was a TikTok guy that you know how like it's just a prank bros type of dude. So the guy made a prank it's saying he was going to go after he doesn't care what the cartel says and like call out the leaders and name, and then in the middle of the daylight the guy was invited to a show, and then they came up in there and shot him in front of everybody.
And that's the other thing, kind of. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, dude.
Oh no. I mean, it is kind of normal, but like, so the rule is when you do go down to Mexico, like, okay, in the tourist areas, they know it's fine because that's where it's like, hey, everyone's there in the tourist areas to make money, what sort of way. Whether it's like there are brothels down there, they're like no one touched those. But even right now, the brothels have a problem right now, so there's a lot of police presence because one of the U.S. Marines was going down there being a serial killer type of thing. And so now you're seeing a lot of police presence at one of the red light districts because a guy was like going down, getting the prostitutes, and then doing whatever he does to them, and come back to the United States. And that
Bro's
was
gonna ruin it for everyone
Tijuana.
else.
Yeah, but Marines aren't
Marines,
allowed to
man.
go down there in the first place because someone else got in trouble years ago.
You can tell a Marine what to do. Good luck.
So I gotta ask: is the prostitute's name Crayon? The way she's eating her?
I don't know.
Pick a different joke.
Okay.
Stop making that
Boo
one
this
sound
man.
funny.
Boo this
Like I
man.
was gonna
Boo's in the
say.
chat.
Whoa.
Why don't you leave the comedy to the comedians?
So
Oh shit!
to Neil's point, the cult. You got to think this girl is 23 years old. Her friend was probably the same age. Their entire life since before they were born has been this cartel culture. They are pretty much the government in Mexico and have been for decades. Now,
Well, not only that, you do got, there's another side of it. You do got people where they grow up in nice neighborhoods and stuff, but want to join that life because it's like, okay, this, you see them flaunt all this money and wealth and stuff. So even if you didn't grow up that way, a lot of people get enticed because it's like, okay, I can become famous or become somebody faster than the normal means of income.
Yeah, I mean, that's always been the appeal to crime or any organized crime in general, from like the mafias in New York and Vegas to, you know, gang culture. But what the point I was trying to make, though, that's definitely the underlying problem here is the cartels. And when this story was first reported on, the first thing the media jumped on was, well, she's on Instagram. She's a influencer. She live streams. It must have been an obsessed incel.
Oh, come on.
Of fucking course they do.
For the chick
in Mexico.
Seriously?
Come on.
Right. Oh. They didn't. Now, this is coming off the heels of CNN's puff piece where they interviewed and tried to humanize the member of the cartel. You know, because big bad daddy Trump is trying, making you all terrorists. It's like, well, they fucking are. Like, you know,
if the boot.
Why don't
fits,
we? This definitely, there has to be. They've already infested the government in Mexico. You know that people are getting their palms greased here. That's why they haven't been taken out yet.
There was a mayor of a town in Mexico that had their first female mayor. They got shot up.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, anytime somebody stands up against them, they get killed.
Yeah.
Trump just had the meeting with the current female president of Mexico, and he said they couldn't really make the deals he wanted to make involving the cartel because she was too scared.
I think what they got to do is do it kind of like how Kennedy did with the Cuban Missile Crisis and went behind the doors, behind the scenes, and made a deal with the Castro guys. And spread it out over a specific amount of time so that it wouldn't look like it was a quid pro quo type of thing. And I think we need to do the same thing. I think we need to go to that Mexican president and tell her, look, you don't have to make it public, and we won't definitely make it public, but let us send some Delta guys in and just do a little bit of rearranging of the geographical landscape. And you never know. I bet you it's actually happening. We just don't hear about it.
I hope so, because I mean, you got to think this actually affects us. This is right next door. The fentanyl and everything else is directly related to the cartels, and there are, that's where they're getting in. They're right there. So,
yeah, we can't send the SEALs in because they don't do clan ops like that. You send in Delta or somebody like that can really pinpoint where are these people, and they just bomb them.
I think so.
Yeah.
That house, I don't want to anymore.
I would be much more for that. Let's go bomb the desert nearest to us instead of a desert I've never seen and never will and don't give a fucking shit about.
Right?
Well, here's the other problem is the drug the war on drugs has created a black market, right? Same thing during Prohibition here. So yeah. I mean, I was a customer too. I was buying weed and selling it and stuff when it was illegal in California, and not to incriminate myself, but it's now legal there.
Too late.
But the thing is anytime you say civilians can't have something that they clearly want to use, same thing we've seen it here with the Prohibition, where okay, well, we're going to create our own black market and stuff. Some of us might get caught up and got thrown to jail, or some of us might be killed by police, but there is money to be made now because now you said we can't have it and now everyone wants it. And the same thing with down there. Not saying you do that with every drug, because of course you don't want fentanyl and stuff, but all the weed, just super minor stuff. Like
we also know.
Well, we also have to keep in mind that these criminal organizations, they don't exist because of one thing. So eliminating that need for that one thing or legalizing it, they're not going to go away. They're going to move into something else, and that's exactly what they've done. So before it was weed, and now that weed's kind of like at least legalized, at least in some places and way more accepted now. They moved into harder drugs like fentanyl, cocaine, and now even human trafficking.
Well,
So
even
it's
weed still
crime, it's organized crime. It hasn't-
if you're not familiar how the dispensaries work, especially in like California, the dispensaries shut down and close all the time because of the taxes between whatever county you're in. They get robbed all the time since it's still illegal federally. It has to be 100% cash transactions. Then you can still get raided in California. You might not go to jail, but they take all your whatever's inside the building, and you just have to start from scratch again. So some people just, hey, I'm just going to sell it illegally again. It's just government. There's too much government intervention and stuff. I mean, there could be certain things that like the super hardcore stuff, but I mean that's just one aspect of it. Then it's incentivized for people to cross here illegally. So that's another thing the cartels profit on. You know, hey, we're gonna go skip past Mexico. Mexico government don't want us, but you know, some of these California governors and stuff will let us cross through.
Yep.
Hey, Iron, real quick. I sent the video of her at the very end of the video on the private chat.
Oh, okay. Let me go ahead and pull that up.
It is on TikTok, so hopefully it works. But
hopefully the Chinese aren't.
I'm just viewing it, making sure there's nothing I can't show.
no, I know.
Oh, I'm
I made
sorry
sure
about the last time with I gave you the video to
oh yeah.
Never been through
zombie ass toilet of the dead. But did you watch it?
I watched that freaking movie.
How'd you like it?
Oh my god.
Okay, the ending is super epic. I'm gonna have to say that.
It's okay. I'm not gonna ever recommend that to somebody, but I think that one right there deserves some kind of a badge.
Okay, yes.
Those Lawson's women are evil.
Okay.
So I mean, does this woman look like she cared?
No.
Oh.
No. Let's also compare.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is the dumpy looking friend.
Yes,
that's what's going on here.
The TikTok.
It's just a normal Latina without her makeup on.
No, you take that back. There's some fine Latinas out there, and when
just look at the girl that was the poor girl that the victim here, compared to Grimace right here.
Yeah,
that's why.
Yeah.
No. You're judging based on her with makeup on. You're not judging her based on the picture without the makeup on.
Dude, I've seen her without makeup.
Hey, bring up the other
what
one.
the fuck are you talking about, dude? Just look at the faces.
Arza hates Latinas.
Yeah,
bring up the other
broken. I mean, he doesn't
this
know
is
what
one of those moments where
likes.
evil inside is evil
One at a time, guys.
outside.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. Yeah, compare these people, please. My
Yeah,
God.
dude.
Ours
Well, like the picture of her on the right side, on the right. That's the same girl, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not very good on the right side. She looks very pretty when she's got all the makeup on, but when she's not caked in makeup, she's
Okay, so guys, you guys gotta say Arza is addicted to porn. So
I am not. Excuse me.
Fucked up. And
I actually think she
he
looks
doesn't-
prettier on the side with the.
like the porn where they don't. It's like it's the self-made shit. Like ours' thing is like homemade, no makeup. Like that's what ours is into.
See
Yeah,
the former woman, the one that got killed, unfortunately,
The
is that
former
she died, right? She died.
That's such a weird way of
doesn't make her any
phrasing
less
it.
of a woman. Good lord.
I'm trying to
So,
differentiate
like,
between
she
the
got
women here.
killed.
That
So if
woman
I describe-
One at a time,
She
folks.
is a late woman. She does not exist anymore.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
formerly
saying.
a woman, currently
that's
a
why we're
corpse.
talking about this. I was trying to make a distinction, but like I would rather have the other woman than this burrito looking face. Like, come on, you can this was clearly a hit, born out of sheer jealousy.
You heard it. You heard it here
Come on.
first.
yeah.
Strider would rather fuck a corpse than this woman.
Honestly, I'm not shocked by
I will
that.
neither confirm nor deny
Okay.
that.
Now, no, I mean, if you're going to assume that a woman had another woman killed that she was pretending to be friends with, but was secretly jealous of,
Oh, dude.
this chick fits the description.
You want a perfect example of this? The singer Selena. Do you see who she got killed by? Seriously, I would rather fuck Consuela than that disgusting looking
yeah,
broad.
dude.
I mean, it's like a tale of two Latinas. You got one in their prime, and then whenever they hit 50, this is what they start looking like.
Yeah.
Well, this is what you're saying.
All right, let's everybody just calm the fuck down.
See, that's the thing with Latinas, though, dude. They are. They're very feisty. They will fight and
go ahead, Neil.
Out of each other.
Dude, I don't know though. Did you see Selma Hayek at 58 and Sports Illustrated? Like,
yeah, but Selma Hayek's an exception, bro. She's an outlier to humanity.
I
you offer Selma Hayek, and then I show you J-Lo.
Women alive.
Just so you guys know, if we were running the
people tend to not look.
Go ahead.
What?
Oh, I lag like crazy, but I don't know. People tend to not look good when the camera is going up at their face.
Exactly.
And then
they're pure
most people who are tall.
Yeah, I never noticed her face. I couldn't get past the tits.
Just doesn't know how to.
When you showed the picture of her face, I didn't know who that chick was. I'm like, who are these guys talking about? I never seen that face before in my life.
Now, if we go back to her friend here, I'm with Selena. I don't see any remorse whatsoever.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting at more than her being ugly is she didn't seem to give a fuck.
Also makes
I'll agree with you on that one.
None of you
She
guys
has to look up revenge.
Yes, I agree. Yeah, exactly. A look of revenge.
Yeah, she's got that look. More or less,
Looks a little satisfied.
I told you not to do this, and you didn't listen. That's what she was. It's a more of a "I told you so, bitch" kind of a look.
Yeah,
yep.
I agree.
It's like, wait, and how stupid can you get? I mean, your friend just died in front of you. You're the only witness. You're the only one there. You somehow survive, and you put yourself on camera. You put your face in front of you. That's the last thing people see, and you don't even have the wherewithal to at least pretend to be freaked out, emotional, crying, be like, my friend just died, saying something, but just staring, doing a death stare like Anakin Skywalker at the camera. Like, that's so stupid. And you clearly you can only do that when you know you're not going to suffer consequences, and you know that you're the way is paid for you from here on out, unless there has been some assurances made.
Right.
I definitely think so.
Because I haven't seen the video. How quickly after did she turn the camera on?
Soon after. Like
So,
after she slumps over.
Say I'm streaming with my boy, let's say Theo Snodgrass. Oh, touch grass. He gets his second head blown off, right? I'm not gonna. My instinct is gonna be, oh God, I hope that wasn't recorded. I better turn that off. I'll be like, holy shit! Like,
you heard it here.
Vaughn
Coleman has graduated from cars to homicide. Apparently.
Hey, this is the way of New Jersey.
I'm just imagining that scene in Tropic Thunder.
My point is that my performance would be much better than this woman's if that unfortunate thing were to happen.
No, you're just gonna
Vaughn, you in the same room.
Battsauce, let's do a vlog.
Oh no,
Vaughn, keep it professional, Vaughn. Vaughn, keep it professional.
See you right. Sorry.
Yeah,
Vaughn, well, this is how Vaughn is professional. He's from Jersey, like he said, or like Iron said. You start with cars in Jersey, Grand Theft Auto. Then you move up the chain.
Have you been to New Jersey?
Guys out. That's how you get it done in Jersey.
All right, guys, I'm out. Talk to you later.
All right.
See, but that's
I am from New Jersey as well, guys.
That explains a lot about you, Battsauce.
Yeah,
that's the culture today. My culture. All right, when I was a teenager, right, or even in my 20s or 30s, something like that happened, we called the police. Today, you take your phone, you turn it on, and you go, look what I just freaking watched.
Yeah.
To me, it makes no sense.
Well, and yeah, that's the thing. You see it in New York all the time. Hundreds of people filming people being assaulted every day and uploading it online, but not a single person putting the phone down and intervening.
Well, the one person intervenes.
Then the one time somebody does, they get arrested.
Yeah.
I wouldn't intervene. Nope.
I would feel me intervening.
The juice ain't worth the squeeze. Especially if the assaulter is of a certain protected demographic that the media will immediately dogpile on you.
Yeah, I would just grab my camera and I'd be like, hey, check me out. I'm getting my ass kicked.
Like, share, and subscribe.
Exactly.
Let's move on to something a little lighter. I came across this. I don't know how old it is, but I thought it was funny. It's a real quick video, but it gives me hope in the newer generations because I think a lot of this shit has started to wear off. We're seeing a lot of the, you'll just have to see and then we can discuss. But
I told you we're not all bad.
This video gave me hope for the new generation. So Let me pull this up. Make sure I got the volume up.
Oh, this woman.
I'm not vegan yet because I don't like vegetables. Here you go. How about why the fuck are you eating chicken wings? You're asking people why are you not eating vegetables? Why aren't you fucking vegan? Healthy chickens? No. Not a lot of people want to be vegan.
Yeah, kid.
That's either my daughter in another timeline, or that's my niece in 5 years.
I want to thank
Oh my God.
Because he's British makes it so much better.
You mix cursing with a child cursing in a British accent is still wholesome as fuck. I don't care what you say.
Mobland season 2 now.
That gives me faith that when the time comes when my young boys are older, there'll be women out there that aren't completely fucking nuts.
Yeah, all three of them.
No, Gen Z is based as fuck now. It's insane.
Yeah, my niece is 12 and she's incredibly fucking based.
That's so.
It's
See, here's
great.
the thing. I've been doing this thing where I scroll through TikTok, and every time I find a cute girl who's talking about something I'm interested in, click bio.
No. Your generation's lost, Vaughn. You're either gonna have to wait. Wait until you're 40 and date a 20-year-old that's based based as fucked.
Look, I don't want to be.
Go ahead
Theo.
and jump up to a 40-plus-year-old now. You're not having it both ways. Your generation is screwed. You and ours are fucked, buddy.
Now hold up, Iron. There are a good number of people in my age range within 2 years of me, which Vaughn is what? You're 4 years older than me, I think it is. 6 years.
Well, I'm 25.
You're both fucking infants. Whatever.
I thought you were 28.
You're a baby. Shut up.
You're only 3 years older than me. Okay.
Years every
I'm surprised.
time.
I'm surprised you both even have your driver's license.
Everyone.
Well, either way,
I'm not surprised that Vaughn
I've
has
known
a
some
driver's
girls in
license
my
at all.
age who are in fact base and want to be tradish. You know, they're getting better. Some of them are learning.
I don't know. I don't know. See, here's the thing. My younger sisters are both in your guys' age group, like both a little higher, a little lower, so kind of within the same. And I don't see much hope for them. Maybe the younger one, but now because the woke culture and everything else has hit that level of it's considered authority now, and that's a good thing because authority's lame and needs to be rebelled against at all costs. Now, the vegans and
it will be
environmentalists.
They realize that
the
it is in fact a
feminists,
lame
all
game.
of that shit is just authority now, and it's not cool.
Yep. And like what's so funny is that nobody on the left who even came up with this bullshit ever envisioned something like this. They thought that they would have an iron grip on the entire culture forever. You idiots. Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's my uncle.
Here's the space. What's so funny is just
So he did
looking at
a disappearing trick. He went to go get milk and cigarettes.
milk and menthol.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Hey, Fable of Man's here. What's going on, dude? But yeah, I think the younger generation's gonna be all right. Just gotta.
There's
like-
gonna be a lot
you
of
guys
cocksuckers like there is every generation, and there'll be some okay
No,
ones.
You seen the
It's
one
usually
where
every
they put the tampons in the boys' bathroom and all of them were like throwing them in the trash and pulling them?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
Then
They're rebelling.
what was it? They had a TikTok
But they still had to
challenge.
spend. They still had to spend a fucking quarter or 50 cents or dollar, whatever the dollar to get the tampon. So whoever put the machine in there made a fortune. Fuck, I'll
No,
put them in the guys' room.
No, they're free. They're free.
Yeah, no, they were
They're
they were
free.
taking the
That's even
machine.
worse.
Ours
they
are
were
now.
So they had like the dispenser and they would like take the whole dispenser and throw it in the trash. Or there was another one. It was It's a Gundam was showing a bunch of videos where their TikTok thing was like going to the bathroom and stealing the most ridiculous thing out of the bathroom. So they'll be like missing toilets and stalls, the door would be gone or some shit, and then the schools like you'd be like, how the hell are you doing this shit?
How do they walk out with a door?
I don't know.
Or a toilet?
Well, so here's what I'm thinking. When I was in marching band, I used to do some crazy stuff after school hours.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, Vaga, what level
can
black do
picture
you have
that.
to be to get the door stolen?
I didn't do that one.
What do you
What-
all like?
one of the senior pranks at my school, my first high school, was they super glued every keyhole to every single door at the school, and then they pulled out some tree that was dedicated to some teacher that passed away. Well, I mean, that was the bad part.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's too far.
School started like hours later because they had to unlock every single door, and then I got sent to the office because I thought it was funny.
They sent you to the office only because you're the black guy around, right?
Yeah, that's why you were sent to the office.
I would have put the black card on that one. They
No.
did, at my son's middle school, they did shit like that in the boys' bathroom. They would try to my son went in there one day and he told me, he was like, he came home and told me, he's like, there were like two kids and they were literally, one was holding him and the other one was this dumbass kid trying to yank the fucking toilet off the ground.
Wow.
What, like, did you ask them why? It was like, no. Just left.
Wait, was he trying to yank you while your boy was sitting trying to take a shit? That's some balls right there, man. I mean,
There'd be some talent.
Yeah, that's messy.
It's a
Teacher said
multi-layered
we
prank.
can't touch him. They didn't say anything about the toilet. We're sitting on.
Man,
I remember one time I went to, I was like, it was freshman year and I was bored during your study hall. So I left my classroom and I go into the bathroom and like literally someone had just taken toilet paper, just stuck it all over the wall, like dried, like the whole wall, like just this display.
Like paper mache.
man,
Yeah. I was like,
you would do that
that's
shit.
bizarre.
man.
Wait. Oh, go ahead. Finish up. And
So
then I got
I
a follow-up
leave,
question.
and then I just I didn't think about it. The next day, I get called out of class. What's going on here? And they go, Vaughn, why are you like going to the bathroom and then you brought your friends in the show? I'm like, what are you talking about? Because like I
Convenient
genuinely
story,
forgot.
Vaughn. Convenient story that it wasn't you.
No,
And
hold
I'm sure
on.
you also
Hold
didn't
on.
shit in the urinal like your behavior would be typically.
Time out. Now, before I continue, now notice how
Keep it professional. Keep it
notice how
professional.
quick he is to defame my character. It's almost like he has an agenda.
So
No, but
it's just so
back
easy.
to- no, but back to the story that I'm telling, where I'm completely and only a total moron would think I was guilty in this tale. Now, so I saw they just like I go in and I just no context, like I didn't know what it was. I just see footage of myself at my desk. Goes, and I go, why is there footage of me in the monitors? Like they're like, why are you nervous? Why? And I'm like, well, I just see footage of me from yesterday. And they go, how'd you know it was yesterday? I go, because I was wearing that shirt yesterday. He was like, And I'm like, what did you do? Like, and I was like, I don't know. I didn't do anything. He's like, you sure about that? He's like, so it's like he's waiting for me to like gotcha. And I'm like, no, I didn't. Did I do something? I don't think so. He's like, all right, what happened in the bathroom, Vaughn? I'm like, I don't know. And yeah, I was accused. But
Wow. Yeah. What a
He said he was
coincidence.
the authority
Vaughn.
figure. He could fix me.
So this happened freshman year. Is this why you weren't on the show last week? Were you grounded, buddy?
Exactly what happened, actually. See, that's why he doesn't show up to the show some weeks. His principal calls him because he's fucking around with his comic books in class.
Well, actually, the teacher crashed his car when they got the book.
He has an abundance of stories of just like, I was weirdly accused. I don't know why. Just all the time.
It's just me, but they
Yeah,
got
they're
video.
all like you.
You know,
So,
I
but
do
you
have.
said they had- you said they had video of you. So what's the dispute?
Well, I have video of me in the hallway walking into the bathroom. They don't have video of me.
Right. Was the bathroom fucked up before you went in?
Yeah.
They wouldn't be able to know that.
And was it fucked up after you left?
Yes, it's fucked up both before and after I left.
Uh-huh.
But you didn't clean up the bathroom, Vaughn? What a bad student.
No, I didn't get fuck it. It's not my problem.
Mr. Incredibles. Look, there's no tech before he moves, and after he moves, there's a tech. Coincidence?
I've gotten bored hearing about Vaughn's week. Let's move on to the next topic here. If you need me to put in a good word for your mom, I'll just give me your number. I'll take care of it, buddy.
Just keep it professional, Vaughn. Just keep it professional.
So I'm sure everybody's already heard this story.
I haven't.
FBI Director James Comey takes the pictures of seashell. He just happened to find seashells in the beach with 8647. He later deletes the post, claiming he had no idea that the term 86 could be slang for having somebody taken out of life, Instagram influencer style.
Jeez.
Just to seal that in, the former director of the FBI had no idea that this term could mean something to that effect. Thoughts?
And literally no one believes that for a goddamn second. This is also
This is
James
the kind of-
Comey, who had a hate boner for Trump before he even got fucking elected back in 2016. This is bullshit. If he didn't know, why did he delete it? Come on, dude. We're not stupid.
This is the kind of story that sounds like when some liberal talks about what her 5-year-old son told her that day about about the transgenders or whatever.
I'm kind of indifferent because there's been weird instances in my life that if I told somebody, they would never believe what the fuck happened.
I can relate.
It is entirely possible that he could have walked up and actually seen this, like, look, this is because either way, no matter how you slice it, even if he just walked up and took a picture of it, he knew what it was. But even if he didn't organize, even if he didn't do it, even if he didn't put the shells in that order, which we all know he probably did, then why would he take a picture of it and post it on Instagram? Well, what could possibly be gained from that? No matter how you slice it, he looks terrible.
What I think will be gained from it is he's going to find himself in a perjury trap with the DOJ.
Unfortunately, the Secret Service
actually tell the truth, and neither one of them is going to fuck him.
One at a time, guys.
Well, he's got a book coming out.
There it is.
Oh,
got a book deal coming out.
I'll take back what I said then.
Nope, 100%. That's what I was going to get to. What better way to drum up a little controversy? Do something as stupid as, and really, I'm not like everybody else is trying to feign like pearl clutch and oh my God, throw him in jail. Like, he's a fucking idiot. He knew what it meant. Now he's playing stupid. Oh, by the way, he also has a book coming out right now. He did exactly what he wanted. He got all the right wing people all riled up and posted shit about it. And now he's got all the useful idiots on the left, basically, tickling his balls, reposting 8647. And now, yeah, exactly. He's relevant again.
Right.
Shit, I didn't think about that. That's kind of brilliant, but that's scumbag behavior.
Also, if he had done something similar while a Democratic president was in office, do you think there's any chance the media would give him the benefit of the doubt?
They would have J6'd him.
Any chance?
Right.
No.
Or even more, if he was any conservative politician, this would be all over all of the talking head, legacy media. It'd be all over, because this is the same guy who's tried to say like every other little word or gesture was some kind of racist right-wing dog whistle. Constantly.
Oh, the okay sign. I remember that. Okay sign is like, look at these military members flashing a white supremacist symbol. It's like, okay. Is Half-Life 3 going to come out anytime soon? It's like, what are you doing?
Does this like stuff actually sell books? You know what I mean? Like, I get it. It gets the attention, but like, I don't know if that actually translates them to selling books.
Well,
I think they probably think that, but
no, it does when you look at it like this. You are not going to buy his book. I'm not going to buy his book. But the liberal nut job democratic base will. But if they don't know what's coming out and they don't hear him in the news, then they won't. So you throw yourself in the news, you say something that's ludicrous, or you do something really stupid, and then in about a month you release your book, and they're all on your mind. It's like, oh
yeah,
wow.
I don't know. I don't know, because I know that the way that most of these people get their books sold, right, is that they end up getting paid to speak at a conference, and a lot of times what they'll do is that they don't take money. They'll just what is it called? They'll basically have the venue buy like 100 or 200 copies of their book per seat, or 1,000 books. That's how people end up on the New York Times bestsellers.
Oh, okay,
Right.
interesting.
Right. And also because everybody on his audience is people on the left, aside from the academic types that read, that's the only group that has money.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nobody in the legal business, or there might be some historians out of posterity might want to read that, but again, it's not going to be anybody who's conservative. It's going to be more liberals and just basically people who hate Trump are going to want to read that.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the other issue. They're operating on an outdated model of attention. They still believe that all press is good press, but as we've been seeing with the gaming industry, that's really not true. Bad press is now bad press, and if you try and shit on them, which he was hoping just by being an asshole, posting, kill the president, impeach the president, whatever you want to interpret it as, look at me, I'm a bad egg, now people are going to talk about me, all press must be good press, but it's just bad press now. It backfired, and that's why he deleted the post.
Also, the culture is not on his side anymore.
The same with movies, too. Look what happens to movies when they start, when people start, when reviews start to hit and people start to talk about them, like they dump even harder. Like you see insane second week drop offs for these shit movies because there's so much media surrounding how bad they are. I think he should be at least detained, arrested, and investigated. I think he should have an FBI raid, and I think they should put him through the process that if I posted that or you did, either of us did that shit. I think the exact fucking same thing that would happen to you or I should happen to him. The FBI should show up at his home, start asking him questions, maybe read his ass. Maybe they put him in jail for a couple nights.
And that's where a lot of the right-wing outrage comes from. I know that these people aren't that upset about it. It's because of the double standards. We had everything from Roger Stone to the raid at Mar-a-Lago to the Catholics, the parents at teacher meetings, all under FBI investigation. And then this guy is just like, oh, but I can do whatever. It's fine. Hey, I'm part of the club.
Well, I mean, if we did have a fair system, he would be arrested, and they probably could find him at fault because, I mean, he's director of the FBI, right? So he probably
former.
Professionally.
You can make a more than reasonable argument that he knew exactly what he was saying.
Well, exactly. Like they might even have record of him being taught the slang and like evidence proving that he knows what that means. But
here's what I would like to see. I'd like to see him charged and then found guilty, but then the judge say a suspended sentence so he doesn't go to jail. But if he's found guilty, all right, he loses his retirement and all that other benefits he got.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Right.
So,
because that's one of the biggest problems.
Why he doesn't have to go to jail? Just let him lose his benefits.
And that's one of the biggest problems with the lawfare. It's not even getting the end result being jail. It's just going through the process wipes people out.
Right.
So if he was putting everybody else through the process, it's only fair. So I definitely see that.
Yeah.
I believe that Senator Menendez from New York or Jersey, right in that area, when he was found guilty of all those bribes, he loses his federal benefits. That's part of the deal.
Yeah,
I'm not going to appeal that. He'll probably win, but he still loses them. So
I don't think this would be as big of a deal if we hadn't had so many crazy people try to kill Trump already.
Yeah,
that's happened. It's like,
what are you gonna do, Mr. James Comey? What are you? It's like,
so it's like, so there's so many unhinged people with like nothing really going well in their lives who've been driven completely insane by media brainwashing, and you just don't know what's going to push someone like that over the edge. So it's just really irresponsible, and he should know better. I guess I just don't feel bad for him because if my crazy aunt with 17 Facebook friends posted this, I'd be like, yeah, what are you going to do? That's Aunt Cheryl. What are you going to do? But he's the fucking former director of the FBI. He used to investigate shit like this. Like, come on, buddy.
Dude,
you got to know better.
Words like terms like 86 and like kitchens. Like, and
yes. It means get rid of.
Yeah, but an FBI director.
Well, one of the other slangs, it's 8-foot coffin, 6 feet down. That's one of the other things.
Well, that's where it came from.
Yeah.
But people are saying get rid of.
Most people I know that actually use it on a regular basis are in the food industry.
Well, they're saying it because of it derived from killing, and then it's basically we're just saying for fun here. But that's outside of that context. That's not what it means. Or I mean, shit, you're throwing the food at the dumpster. You're killing the food, like whatever.
Pretty sure that's what the guy that Vaughn sent after your car was told. Vaughn told him 86 that sauce's car.
Right.
Kind of a code,
Right,
yeah.
right. Or you're 86ing
professional.
Theo's Aunt Cheryl after too many margaritas during happy hour.
I told her to stop calling me, please. You don't want another cookie.
Bro, Aunt Cheryl would be good for you, man. It's just,
Your name is Cheryl.
I'm tired of, dude. You are so lonely. It bums me out every show.
No, not to be rude. You seem like you'd go for a Cheryl.
Like that be lonely? Don't answer that question.
Are you pimping out your aunt?
That's what I'm saying. If you go out with Aunt Cheryl, she's already post-menopause, so you don't got to worry about knocking her up. You can go in raw, and you never have to make your own birthday cake again. Wouldn't that be nice?
Okay, wait a minute. Whoa. How old is
He's
she?
never going to live that birthday down, bro. I felt so bad.
Strider's got competition now, Theo. You're gonna have to start. Neil's coming in for the kill.
She got, let's just talk. Does she got some really nice cupcakes, or you know? I'm just curious.
No oven enough for that cupcake.
Oh man. Oh man, Cheryl.
The only,
got this much
the only
action in
Cheryl
years.
I might entertain is Cheryl Teagues.
There you go.
Well, look, I'll give her some icing for the cake. Don't worry.
There we go.
Okay, so
right,
it's been a minute. It's been an hour and 7 minutes. Can we say fag yet?
Oh, anytime you want.
There you go. Seal's broken.
Seal is broken.
Right.
Go.
Well, and speaking of faggots, our next topic is Matt Walsh.
Oh no! Let's go. I have no idea.
That's all right. I like Matt Walsh when he's likable, and then the rest of the time, not so much.
I'm telling you, he's faking the whole thing.
Media.
Oh, this one.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, this
is so obviously AI. Like,
yes,
right off the bat, it's incredibly obvious.
It is. The picture is, but the swastika, literally nobody saw it until the leftist asshole pointed it out.
No way.
I will admit,
No.
I scrolled past this picture before Matt Walsh. When this was making the rounds, I scrolled past it half a dozen times. And the only thing I was looking for, I was like, oh, I know this is AI. How many fingers these girls got?
Yeah.
I never saw the swastika in the center.
Oh, I saw it immediately. Like, it's just one of those things. Like we saw the trend like last year where they put images in like
fuck
the mountains and
Battsauce
stuff.
if not all of us have a poster of it in our room for reference.
Okay, Mark.
So what determines being able to see this is absolutely the perspective you see it at, like how zoomed out it is. If you look at it, like if you've clicked on it on like Google Image and it's in its full size, you're not going to see it like so. It isn't so blatantly obvious. It's only until you start to zoom out on it that it's
Or squint your eyes.
Shit.
Just squint and you immediately see
Oh
it.
shit!
yeah.
I just saw it, guys.
Yeah.
Well, we all
Somehow
know.
I like it more now.
I'm not gonna lie. I was looking to see.
I just know Kanye likes this picture.
Yeah.
Dude, Kanye
Right.
would impregnate every single one of them at the same time.
Look, dude, if you want to get a suicide, if you want a suicide bomber, just show them that picture and say, "These are the virgins waiting for you."
Oh no!
Here's the thing. Here's what's so weird. Here's what is so weird. These girls are not real. We don't know their age, and so anybody can make any comment on it and it not be offensive. What a weird world we live in.
Look,
I know.
let's not though.
Let's not make a lolly argument.
No, I'm just pointing it out. We can make any
none of them
joke
are
that we
teacups.
want at these girls' expense because they're not real, but they look real. How creepy is that?
Okay, Strider,
Actually,
in
that's
the nicest
weird.
way possible.
It's so weird.
Everybody
Why
settle
did
down.
you think of that?
All right,
Why
just
did your mind go there?
stay away from schools right now, I guess.
Now, I think they look fake as fuck. I can. It has that uncanny valley. It feels very unnerving. Their faces, you can tell it's generated. But
They all have the same
original
smile.
tweet, I was more upset about what the person put in the caption. I didn't even know that they put a swastika in there. It's these people. people are native to Europe, not the Americas or Africa. Sounds like you need to Google what the word native means. Now, of course, this is coming from the whole South African refugees, and that sparked now, the activists here that are, they flame up every few months, and this is colonized land, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, well, we won. Sorry.
Well, here's the retarded part.
like the
Okay,
bullshit
so
that
those Negroes in South Africa are getting their so-called land back. So what's the complaint now?
Yeah,
I don't know, but let's go back to the picture.
The complaint. Well, here's the thing: the complaint is the left now does not get to watch white people get slaughtered en masse from a distance. That's the only thing they're mad at. They're just mad that Trump is robbing them of that possibility.
They also get to lose their moral posturing of being pro-immigration.
I'll take
the thing is, you think that you think you're arguing with people that want a solution to anything, or to be okay. This works for everybody. We're happy with this outcome. No, they're not happy with any outcome, because if they were happy with an outcome, they would have nothing to do. And I'm just talking about the activist types here that don't even have anything invested in South Africa because they don't fucking live there and never have. But anyway, back to the picture. So that was the quote.
This looks like this would be a good Jeffrey Epstein audition video.
Like, seriously, dude. When it comes to AI women generation, I got a question for you, Vagabond.
You guys ever see the Christy Mayer?
Continue.
The what?
Yeah, the Christy Mayer. What now?
I
got us on our seats.
Battsauce.
Did you freeze? I do want to say, none of us have yet entertained the idea that maybe Matt Walsh realized and thought it would be funny, and he's trolling.
That is possible because he is a master troll.
I've been saying that for generations.
I didn't know this image was out that long.
The guardians of peace and justice in the Republic during those generations back.
Look, every single time we talk about Matt Walsh, I'm always the one saying he's joking.
Yeah, I think he does. I think he doesn't have an opinion either way about video games, anime, geek culture. I think he does it for the troll clicks. It still gets on my nerves because
I like Matt Walsh.
Divisive.
Like Matt Walsh,
I do for the most part.
Like we should smoke weed sometime and chill out or
That'll happen.
And play Mortal Kombat.
You guys, the fucking bag, man.
Mortal Kombat.
So, Vagabond. Question though, when it comes to AI generated art, do you like the Mortos, or do you not like them?
It has to be a normal looking woman's foot.
All right. Just back to the caption here. So
and I'm answering for Vaughn Coleman.
Made by white.
The new caption for this is "Welcome to Epstein Island. Your hosts await."
It'd be funny if Matt Walsh watches just as the much degenerate anime that I watch or something.
You'd like to think
you never know. That would be the thing, dude. That'd be funny.
Like
Okay. So what was the point of them taking this picture? So what was the point of it all? Just to piss people off, or like you said, troll?
That was exact.
Yep.
Yeah. This was in response to the 59 South African farmer refugees that came in earlier this week. There's been a lot of shit like this going on, and Matt Walsh chimed in on this one. He didn't see or didn't acknowledge that they put the swastika in there, and he just commented on it. People like that have been living in the Americas for 5 centuries. If 5 centuries is not long enough to qualify as native, then how long do you need? If the answer is that your ancestors have to actually originate from that place and nobody is native to anywhere, so where do you draw the line? That's actually a great point.
Exactly.
And then
Matt Walsh has been doing bangers after bangers. He inspired the greatest Arby's post ever. Week.
Okay, if we're gonna be okay, if we use the left talking point with the native thing, right? Then technically everyone on Earth is African.
Yep,
correct. That's true.
Hell yeah!
If you ascribe to the out of Africa theory, yeah.
See, Strider, I told you could use the hard R.
I mean, again, just the video that I put in private chat. I'm black apparently now. I can totally
go. For real.
We're going to get to that in a second. So Matt Walsh goes on this whole thing. I've been in the middle of some bullshit outrage cycles, and the day goes on, basically about the hidden swastika. Just to be perfectly clear, all these slimy little smear merchants playing this game, I apologize for nothing. I owe no apology, etc., etc. Now, the best part of this is this comment right here. So one of his fans. So you did not see the swastika. That got a well done from Matt Walsh. So he took it like a champ.
And the tombstone hat tip, that was good too. Be fair point. And I mean, I don't know the original post that this photo came from. I don't know if that guy was, because that guy actually kind of made another decent point. So I'm like, was he posting this as kind of a meme? Did the original poster, like the OP, did he know that this photo was doctored to have a swastika on it, or was he like?
I'm pretty sure they did that on purpose. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. It's because it's it's drama engagement farming, dude. They were just. Most of the people that do this, the online activists, half of them don't even care. Like that chick JoJo, she doesn't give a shit about the stuff she's saying. She's just trying to stay relevant and keep the clicks coming in, to keep the revenue coming in. That's all.
Remember, they've got a blue check mark.
The next one.
That's true.
The blue check mark. They're probably farming.
You're correct.
What do you have against people with blue check marks? I got one.
Well, you don't post enough retarded stuff to be farming, so
you properly
like your comments get you negative. Your posts get negative comments. People unsubscribe from you.
I will admit, on the side, Dogman's comment: how has he not gotten fired yet? And then someone that hasn't criticized Israel, I guess. That was really funny. Also, fuck Candace Owens, but that was really funny.
No, he did make a post the other day, or a video going against Jeremy Boeing.
He should. That guy's a piece of shit when it comes to being a CEO of a company. He's made so many blunders.
Yep, he has.
Mm-hmm.
Here, I like the Daily Wire. They're like, you know how like everyone got their town square and village idiots? There are village idiots.
Yeah. Well, I think my problem with the Daily Wire is, like, aside from Matt Walsh, they're too old school, conservative, like stuffy neocon types.
Here's the thing, Bagmon's right. They put the fuck. Never mind. Joke was
like Noel.
I got fucked up.
Right.
Well, but you know what's so funny is that Crowder predates all of them, and yet he's the one that actually still remains the most approachable and then, like, I guess, the softer person, even though he's kind of a dick behind the scene when he's trying to get a show on the road because he's a perfectionist. But like Crowder has somehow, with all his faults, made himself look more approachable than the Daily Wire guys.
Well, more things came out about the Daily Wire was actually doing the things that Crowder accused him of.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay, here we go, Strider. But here's your request of the day. We'll go ahead and make this a topic.
I have no idea what prompted this, and I don't care.
I haven't seen this, so let's get into it.
I just need to remind y'all again, everyone who is ginger, who has red hair, those are black people.
Yeah.
All gingers are black people. If they have red hair, they are black. You see a white man with red hair, that's a black man. You see a white woman with red hair, that's a black woman.
You never seen Disney?
Are black.
Or Netflix.
All gingers.
I'm going to send this to my mom. My mom's a redhead.
I mean, I will admit, I've always been black from the waist down, but I'm glad to have someone actually from the community tell me my true identity.
No, so I think this is where it comes from. Is
come on, Theo, fuck you. That was fun.
There's a group of black folks.
You're shaking your head. Don't do that. That was hilarious. I've been planning that for hours.
So this is where I think she's coming from. So there's a group of black folks that believe the original Irish was black. And so they think they were the original leprechauns, and then they got hunted to extinction, and that's where they get the Irish.
That's a thing. Everybody see leprechaun, say hey.
So why? So wouldn't they all be short though?
No, it makes no sense. Just know that's where it comes from. Like I seen them talk about it. Where they'll be
You
like,
never seen Kata? Kata might be one of these black and Irish people.
Kata looks like he hides his Lucky Charms for a reason.
yeah. So you'll see a lot of black people talk about the Twa people. So the Twa is like the pygmy guys in Africa or whatever. So they believe they were all over Earth.
All right, I don't know if Kata's watching. I'm gonna assume he isn't, so I'm just gonna say no context. I'm DMing him. Are you a leprechaun?
No, say what's up, my ginger.
Hey, only we can use that word.
All right, there we go. Message sent. We'll see how you respond.
Wait, now whenever Strider talks.
I think I know exactly what it is, actually. She's dating a redhead, and her parents are pissed she's not dating a ghetto guy. That's got to be what it is.
I don't care what they tell you in school.
I'm telling you what it is. It's the whole Twa shit. So they believe these pygmies from Africa were all over the earth originally and shit, right? Mm-hmm. And then there's all they got hunted to extinction or blah blah blah, or bred into the society. So the original leprechauns were these black Twa people, and got colonized or some bullshit.
Wait, you're serious?
I wish I was lying, but you could.
That's the stupidest, most hilarious yet not surprising thing you've ever heard.
So
it's like those black folks that are.
The fact remains they couldn't outdrink the Irish.
Okay, but if they got hunted to extinction, then how the hell did the redheadeds come by? I mean,
I know what you're saying.
They kill everybody. Well, then who's left?
I know what you're saying. The whole shit makes absolutely no sense. I'm telling you. It's like when they're like, "Oh, the blacks were the original Japanese," and then they'll talk about.
Dude! Oh my god! Wait, we need to have like a fiction. Someone's come up with a fictional story where it's like the great reveal. People like the Illuminati behind everything. They go into or like some kind of like unearthed ancient history where it's like this all the time. Everyone was black, and then the evil white gene.
They're actually, dude. There is a comic book like that. It's called Black.
Vaughn, are you familiar with the Nation of Islam?
Yeah, that's their whole thing.
That's literally a religion.
The black.
It is a religion that exists.
That's
they do make some good bean
highly
pies.
Debatable.
Yeah,
they do make some good bean pies.
Let's have Trump make the Nation of Islam the 51st state. Or the Muslim Brotherhood.
I would be fine with making the Nation of Islam a spirit Halloween.
The Nation of Islam isn't a location; it's an actual religion.
Again, that's highly That's a highly debatable statement.
I did post a video where they're talking about the black leprechauns or whatever.
Yes.
Okay, let me just play this real quick.
Who else in leprechaun say yeah?
Happy St. Patrick's Day, everyone. It was this holiday 13 years ago that NBC 15 aired the Crichton Leprechaun story in our newscast. Of course, the rest is internet history. The video was shot in the Crichton neighborhood near Tolmanville. Legend has it that NBC 15 was alerted to huge crowds gathering in the neighborhood, so reporter Brian Johnson went to investigate and see what all the hype was about. The piece was aired twice and has since been a viral St. Patrick's Day sensation across the country.
My question is, Kata, where were you 13 years ago? And can you provide your whereabouts? If you're watching,
that's exactly Kata.
The mystery may have been solved.
So that's how Kata blew up so fast. He just went into his pot of gold at the end of Rainbow, and that's where all his views are coming from.
He's just lucky. All right,
he blew that dirty that ancient Irish whistle.
Who else has blowed him up lately? Like seriously, Asmund Gold.
Yeah,
he's lucky. Yeah.
When did it all first happen?
Okay, no, actually, Kata grinds. That's why he's so good at this.
Yeah.
When did it first happen? And when was how close was that to St. Patrick's Day?
Well, I found another video. Like it's the second video talks about the Twa. I heard these Negroes talk about this shit. It's so retarded.
Vagabond, that word's been keeping us down for 400 years.
Oh, well, I'm gonna keep using that word. maybe they need to keep black people down. They're so stupid. I'm like,
speaking my language, brother.
The worst joke about this is somebody said that gingers, if you just rearrange the letters, then
yep, it's right there. It's been right in front of us the whole time. Vagabond, I completely agree with you.
I got folks arguing with me on Instagram about what those 5% black folks talking about slave black people were just automatically here because where are the slave ships? And I'm like, wood deteriorates in salt water and shit, right? Like that's why we don't really have any wood and shit. Like you're just talking back in circles, and then all they could do is like, you Uncle Tom. Oh yes, I'm the friendly neighborhood Uncle Tom.
Yes, thank you for being a pick me vagabond.
They just call you a trash panda, but the other word.
So just so I don't have to do any more editing, Vagabond, is this good to share? Which one do you want me to share? The first one or the second one?
Both of them. The second one talks about the twa people, like I was talking about, that they bring up all the time. The first one's just a little TikTok thing some girl made or whatever. But like, I wish I was lying, but I'm not.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Can we get these people on the podcast to defend themselves?
This is a rogues gallery first.
Not y'all saying happy St. Patrick's Day when that day was not happy at all. Look. Now, the published McGraw version of what they taught us St. Patrick's was leprechauns, gold coins, being lucky, and a man named St. Patrick's that removed snakes from the motherland. But of course, that was a cover-up, just like everything else they taught us. But basically, on this day, a bunch of people that look like me were massacred by a man named St. Patrick. This is a photo of the Twa tribe, okay? These were the first people in Ireland. They look like me. So the people of the Twa tribe were very short, okay? They were like 5 feet in height, which is very short for an average adult, okay? So boom, they journeyed to Northern Ireland very early in its conception, prior to the Roman Catholic Church, right? So they had a cultural, philosophical, and technological impact on the people that were there, and those people were called the Druids. The impact was so heavy that the Druids started trying to wear the same headdress as the Twa tribe, which was, I'm gonna show y'all a picture. Hold on. The same headdress that the kings and queens of ancient.
I'm telling
this is all over the place, man.
I'm telling you, like, you guys need to believe me. These retarded Negroes out here just talking a bunch of nonsense. Like, maybe they don't deserve to have computers and phones.
Well, there's a reason they can't figure out how to use them.
Joe Biden was right.
Maybe Nancy Pelosi was right too.
It's like
Kathy Hochul, they knew what they were talking about.
So did she provide any like sources or academic,
the sources? You want to know the sources?
Yeah.
Hold on. Okay, that's a whole nother rabbit hole that we can go into one day. Like that should be like we can watch the debates where these black conscious guys be debating each other to see who's right. Where be like and they be doing it like the Moors versus the Inhoteps or some bullshit. That shit used to be hilarious.
Like historical fiction, who would win in a fight?
No, these are like real life guys debating each other. Egyptologists versus comedic scientists, and like argue.
But like she doesn't realize that the Romans were not the first white people there.
The Europeans, the Euros, all trying to come hang on us, right? So they had to nip that shit in the bud. Okay, the Roman Catholic.
The sad thing is, I guarantee she's a history professor at a Ivy League college.
All the influence.
She teaches at UNLV.
And either convert them, and if they couldn't convert them, get rid of them. So Saint Ignat Paddywhack came in and put Roman Catholic churches all over Northern Ireland.
Not gonna lie, she's kind of cute though.
In the process of putting those churches up, he was either trying to convert the Twa.
That's because you haven't dated one. Like, so like anytime you see that fucking weave shit, and then like you ever talk to them and they're just patting their head like this because the fucking shit itches, and it annoys the fuck out of me. And then
that's right. That's not even her fucking hair, is it?
And then the fucking camel eyelashes and shit.
Yeah,
like,
that annoys the hell.
Oh yeah.
Dude, all the about is
those are really
his
good because
ex
you
in the
can get them
lockup
stuck to her forehead.
Yeah.
An X and lockup for like life in prison or some shit.
No, but like there's all kinds of videos and shit where like I've seen these guys in person. They be talking this shit all the time about black leprechauns. The original Japanese, there was the Twa living in Japan, and they got murdered from the Chinese that went to Japan, and that's why the Japanese are tall. Or it's so retarded. I'm sorry.
They do realize that half of a globe exists between Africa and fucking China. That's a long way
they
to
believe
go.
the original Chinese emperor is black. And,
come on!
Like there's a whole rabbit hole of like the original black person for every single civilization on Earth.
I've heard the Shakespeare was really black conspiracy theory. That one went around.
See, this only would make sense if you're a level 6 black. Really, that's the only way to make it make sense.
I cannot wait to hear them. I cannot.
Maybe
wait to
I
hear
wasn't accepted
how
to
they
black
got to
work
Antarctica because we all know we can't swim.
That's crazy.
So basically, if you've slept with a ginger, then you've slept with a black person.
Yeah,
there's no difference.
Take that, Dr. Umar.
Average penis size of the black man has now decreased significantly.
Yeah.
Well then,
what about? I had redder hair when I was a child, and then as I grew up, it turned brown. So
that's just called white people vitiligo.
Okay. Well, thanks for that.
But I'm
on my
telling you,
dreams.
I was blonde as a kid.
There's this whole rabbit hole. This whole shit of like black people being the first Greeks, and blah blah blah. It's so retarded.
Hey yo, we was gladiators.
They probably claim that too.
We was Plato and shit.
We was Vikings.
Well, I mean, theoretically, if
was
everybody
Druid.
came out of Africa, then yes, everybody on the planet would be black.
Yeah.
So we're all African Americans then.
Yeah.
Right on.
We all have an N-word pass.
See, this takes me back to Strider using the hard R. Let's go.
See, I did you make a sound? I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
My quarter white self hears that sound and annoys the hell out of me.
Yeah, I put that sound every minute
Vagabond,
in
you
my
need to get back
review.
in touch with your black self, like me.
Never.
I did
that sound for Arza yesterday.
That's right. Strider's here to turn Vagabond back into a black guy. All right, Vagabond, I'm going to put the hood right back in you. Let's get on it.
It's like, he brings out a whip. Your name is Jamal.
But anybody on this panel would be Strider. Shit.
I'm glad you said it, not one of us.
God damn it, guys! I just started getting booked again. Can we calm it down?
Minute for your approval, Theo Snodgrass.
God damn it!
This is your
Local
intro. What are you
comedian
talking
of Las
about?
Vegas, Nevada.
Oh fuck!
Yeah, we're sending this reel
Which one
over
did y'all
your
think he-
agent.
Oh, that's a screen cap right there.
Oh.
That's the thumbnail picture.
No, you know what it reminds me of? There was a black dude that like he got this black chick into his house, right? And he looks at the picture on his phone and he turns to her like the weave and shit was gone and everything. And he was like, what the fuck? And she's like with like a little ducky face, like what? I was like, oh shit, that shit is hilarious.
Hey, Aaron, you have the
I
screen
think
cap now.
That's what I think I've seen something like that. It's this one black comedian who does the skits on YouTube, and he goes home with the really pretty black girl. Then she takes all of that shit off, and it's just it's like, what the fuck?
I've made a terrible mistake.
Like eyelashes, hair. She had like butt padding.
Oh no!
Did she have balls?
St. Pat massacred countless numbers of Twa and Druid peoples. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. I searched high and low for a picture of St. Patty, and this is one of the ones that I found that was
Thank you,
interesting.
idiot. There's not going to be a picture.
I see his fingers.
Wait, did she think that other picture was authentic from the time that she showed earlier?
I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
So she thinks like the camera was selectively invented for some people, not for other. Never mind. I'm reasoning with.
It does. Let's see. I want to jump ahead because this thing's a little long, Vagabond.
We was invented of the camera and shit.
In Ireland, we're black. So say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. Paul,
the way
a hunter-gatherer and one of the first people to populate the
Look at the face.
Look, I wouldn't admit if that was what I originally looked like.
Oh, I don't know if he wants. I don't know that he needs to eat all of it.
islands of Britain and Ireland. Turns out to have dark skin, black hair, and blue eyes.
I forgot about. So this guy's one of those self-hating white dudes.
Of course he is.
Well, I mean, we don't know what all the over centuries and centuries. Of course, our species evolves, changes, adapts to different climates. So yeah, going back to the Stone Age, probably our actual human ancestors looked completely different than any of us here. I mean, just goes without saying.
I mean, we'll never know. Like, do you guys believe dinosaurs have feathers? Not me. Whatever they look like in the original Jurassic Park movies, it's fine for me.
Agreed. I could see some of them, maybe. It depends.
Now they're finding out more and more about dinosaurs. Some of them were actually covered in thick hair. Now that's just terrifying. Think about a T-Rex.
Man,
with the motherfucker's fuzzy.
Well, have you guys seen the thing where they have like
just stories?
Why wouldn't they be covered in here? I mean, we have animals today that are covered in here. Why wouldn't dinosaurs?
Yeah, they were going by the skeletal structure when the first.
There's not a lot of
lizards
with hair though.
Well, they're actually more related to birds, like chickens and stuff, and ostriches and stuff like that.
I wonder how they taste. That Brussels burger from.
Let's fry that shit up. Velociraptor rings.
Yeah.
Vagabond and I are gonna get some hot wings. We're gonna fry that up like chicken. Let's go.
I mean, as good as alligator is, it can't be all that much different.
Pretty much, yeah. I would imagine something.
Well, frog legs do taste like chicken. Just saying, I had it.
Frog legs are fucking gross, man. I've eaten alligator, and that tastes just fine. That tastes like chicken.
Yeah, I had that
you gotta fry the frog legs, man. It's
I don't think you can show it on stream, but there's this dish I want to try in Thailand. So it's
called a ladyboy.
No, they got a tank full of live squid, and they have like this special sauce that like they take the squid out, and just the squid's still alive, and they put in the sauce and hand you the cup, and you're just supposed to bite and kill it with your teeth. And,
of course, Vagabond wants the tentacles.
I just want to try it. Then they got this other one where it's baby shrimp, and they're like jumping out of your salad and shit. I know it's sorry, PETA. I know it sounds cruel, but I just gotta try it.
I told Iron once that I wanted to eat a cow that way.
I got
a cow up to a vegan restaurant and just air gun it in the head and grill it right there in front of everybody. Just have a butcher carve it up and eat the fucking thing. Let's go.
Real quick. So PETA and I are in. He responded. He said, "I said, are you a leprechaun?" He goes, "Huh?" And I said, "Answer the question." He goes, "LMAO, clearly not." So I'm saying, I heard leprechauns are black historically. Are you saying this is incorrect?
So you got to send him that video.
And then he stopped talking to you and blocked you, right?
Wait, let me send the video to him. So
yeah, you got to send him that video, dude. He can make content out of that for sure, dude. Let's get the message out there.
Yeah,
man. What are these white people up to now?
Yeah, we probably should have talked shit. I noticed Blackstreet hasn't rated us today.
Remember the last raid that they did?
Oh yeah, what were we talking about?
Like our dad. You were listening to the new Kanye song. That's what was happening.
Come on, everybody
with the black community. That song. I suppose.
I feel like Kenna would eat that shit up.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you mean? Would?
So
I
jumped ahead.
It was all about that song.
Okay, so I jumped a little ahead in this video because I don't want to take. It's a little long. So this is the next segment.
Yeah, I didn't think. I thought it was a short TikTok video, but yeah,
that's a long. But it's hardly scholarly research.
For example, the following reference shows not some, but all the coasters
who came from Ireland were listed as people of color. They are referred to as mulattoes. The old definition, not the new definition, but the old definition of the word mulatto simply referred to someone with mixed European and African ancestry. As the
there you go, Strider. You're black.
All right. I've been granted my blackness by the black guy.
What other proof do you need, Strider?
Now,
nothing I can show on stream.
You should join
potatoes.
HBCU.
Irish like potatoes. That's what I get out of that. That's where they come together.
Well, see, on my grandmother's side, they're Irish, and it was referred to as the Black Irish, and I know that's because there was a lot of Jewish descent had something to do with that part of the Irish, the ones that are considered black.
It's I think it's
I don't know
how Scandinavian. I think it's the Northern Irish. I think they're the ones that are they're considered black as their darker hair. They didn't have as much Scandinavian heritage, or I may be getting that flipped because the red hair comes from Scandinavia.
I think it's just a reminder that Theo, I need you to make a trip to that Irish pub for me again and see if that chick is there.
You got it.
They can figure all that out with DNA. If everybody on the planet has 1% or 0.001 of African blood or DNA, then yep, we're all black. That's it.
Look, get me a couple of mixed drinks at a bar, and I'll get some black in May. Don't worry.
That means we can all stop fighting now.
All right, send him to horny jail.
Hey, Joe.
Horny Arza. Calm down, Arza.
All right.
Guy graduates from college and he thinks he can just be horny all over the place. Send him to class.
Look, I'm just taking after my role model, Theo Snodgrass. What can I say?
Hey, don't put this on me.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
No, put it on him.
Okay, let's.
As much as you can.
Neil shared a link here. Let's pull that up. Let's see what we got.
Check it out. I found it very interesting. Some Vaughn or maybe Theo may want to move there. I don't know.
Where is this?
Yes, New Zealand still has more sheep than people, but humans are catching up.
Dude,
if you're a single dude, I'm just saying.
Look,
I know
they don't
there's
talk
a
back.
particular demographic out there that I think I'm surprised that you don't see. After this article, you're going to see so much freaking Syrian and Pakistani immigration. They aren't even ready for
You
it.
beat me to it, you son of a bitch.
You beat us all to it. I had one in the chamber. I was ready.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a few of them right now scoping out their future bride.
Pakistani immigration in New Zealand explodes. That's the headline. It's a
Oh, what the hell? How do I
Contra.
get rid of-
Do not redeem.
It hits all the points you need.
You do not have to redeem.
Let me refresh this. Get rid of that. Okay. Yeah, these were the virgins Allah was referring to.
Hey, there's way more than 72 for them. They're ready, man.
Oh, shit.
Muhammad, why are you after the lambs exclusively?
When you say Muhammad, like 100 of them are going to turn around and say, "Who are you talking to?"
I mean, I just made a pedo joke and nobody got it. So that's
no, we got it. We got it. We ignored it. Again, leave the comedy to the comedian.
I just assume that it's going to be pedophile related because 9-year-old girls and all.
Yeah.
Shrinking Flock by Land
You
New
know,
Zealand
it is kind of
the United
interesting.
Kingdom.
Well, it is
Go
kind of
ahead.
interesting that you make a pedophile joke about this, but not about those chicks from the AI Nazi thing.
because it's funny.
So are you saying that the sheep are more cute to you? Is that what you
Strider, do you know what the word lolly means?
You say,
Again,
oh,
my
come
last
here,
name
little
is
boy.
not Patel, so no.
At the time, he didn't know he was black. So now he does know he's black, and the whole P Diddy thing going on.
Wait, no, I don't want this.
This is why Strider's going to leave the stream to go get milk and cigarettes and not come back.
Oh, so I didn't know if we'd have time to get to the P. Diddy trial, but you did see that Hakeem Jeffries was mentioned by name by the witness during the.
Oh no! Oh, bro,
yes, apparently so.
Oh my
Who is Hakeem? Jeffrey?
This is why these people. This is why Epstein got Epstein, because you don't let this shit. They don't want this shit making trial. Like, dude.
And going back to James Comey, it's his daughter prosecuting Diddy.
Yeah, that's not.
No way.
Yes. Yep. So if he's convicted, the prosecutor is going to have some say as to where he serves out his sentencing and whether the cameras work.
Guards are asleep, and whether Hillary Clinton is allowed visitation.
The same reason Ghislaine Maxwell's wasn't. There's too much evidence that would incriminate too many prominent people.
Yep.
I think they may have learned their lesson with Epstein. They'll probably just put him somewhere so far in the system, and they'll always have an excuse to just keep him buried and silent for as long as they can. That's even there's still a strong possibility that he can get away with it.
What lesson did they learn with Epstein that they can get away with it?
They didn't get away with it. Not in the court of public opinion. Epstein is a fucking verb now. People use that to determine. I'm not going to Epstein myself.
Did you guys see his main accuser just off herself after saying publicly she would never do that? No consequences.
Yeah.
Look, here's the thing, Vaughn. They have to make it believable, and the only way they can do it is if whether or not he dies by seemingly choking on either a chicken wing or a watermelon seed. That's the only way. Maybe a improperly lubed dildo. That's the only way they can pass for dead.
Wait a minute. Where you're finding watermelon seeds at? That's what I know.
That's my question. You can't use that joke, Arza. Only we can use that joke.
You're rolling zeros.
Look at my beard, Strider. My beard is red.
It's not enough, Arza. Stop trying to put yourself in ginger face.
I just want to be one of the cool kids.
I feel like Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah, but not, and I totally disagree. I mean, the public opinion feels bad things. Okay, it doesn't matter. They still got away with it, and they'll do it again. Yeah. And they'll do it because what are you going to do? Have people yell at them on social media? They face no legal consequences.
It's more than that. It's more than that. They had been getting away with it, and the court of public opinion had been basically just kept to a small group of people that they could assign as crazy conspiracy theorists. The only people that accused Hillary Clinton of having just coincidentally all of these friends that off themselves, and are the crazy people. Now the crazy people's everyone else. They haven't been able to contain it. They can't contain it anymore. So they're going to have to change their approach for to a point. They didn't change their approach with that last the Epstein witness, but
which is a week ago.
That could have also just been revenge motivated too. This is sending a message.
Yeah. I mean, you were saying that, but I mean, the fact that this happened a week ago just shows that that's not translating to reality.
Yeah, but nobody had the information that Epstein had, so that's why he goes. Everybody else is inconsequential. It doesn't matter what happens. He was the one. He's the key that knows everything. Everybody else, nobody. You're right. Nobody cares that they're not going to jail, and in public opinion, they're shit. But nobody. Who cares? I mean, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, they're fucked in public opinion. Like no one's gonna go see a Tom Hanks movie ever the fuck again.
I mean, I disagree.
They're cooked in public opinion, but they're still free. They're still rich as fuck. Like they all don't give a fuck money, so they don't have to give a fuck if we don't respect them, don't care about them, won't watch their shit, and think that they're evil child raping fucking monsters. They're rich as fuck. They don't give a shit, and they're free, and that's the problem. And that's the problem with why the shit that the DOJ and even Kash Patel said that they fucking rallied around, got people to rally around them in order to do, and then they completely shit the bed on it. That's why that's such a fucking big hit to the legitimacy of Trump's current cabinet, is because they pushed so hard for a bunch of shit that they're never gonna fucking live up to, because they'll be dead too. They'll be stout just like the rest of them. So that's why we're not seeing that shit. Pam Bondi isn't gonna fucking put that shit out. Kash Patel is gonna put that shit out because they want to go home and see their children at night.
But right now, what I think they're doing is they're seeing if two things happen. Either everybody just kind of lays off them and loses interest. Well, that's not going to happen. So the next thing that they're going to do is draft a whole bullshit story that all of the evidence has been destroyed. They'll probably throw some no-name agent that we've never heard of under the bus. He'll go missing. Then he'll off himself and never be seen again, and never be able to tell, if he did it, why he did it, everything else.
A happy medium for this would be as if they blamed Comey for all of it and the 86 thing, and just fucking it happened under fucking Comey's watch, so fucking X him out, get rid of him.
Okay, so after all this stuff said and done and everything like that, can we still get tickets to Epstein Island?
I am morbidly curious about that place.
Look, if they said, hey, you can spend a weekend at Epstein Island to check out this place, and it's $1,000, I would find $1,000 to go spend the weekend.
That place is haunted.
Absolutely, I would.
Man.
Yeah.
Okay,
What about Joe
but
Biden's
that's $1 million
brother's
idea. If I won the lottery tomorrow, I'd buy Epstein Island and turn it into a bed and breakfast.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I would.
You really want to fuck around? You turn it into a 55 plus retirement community.
Listen,
Use that
wait.
picture. Look, you use that picture.
Joe
to recruit
Biden's
people,
brother's
you'll sell out.
Joe Biden's brother's island is much bigger and right next to Epstein's island. So why would you not go
That's
for
not
that island?
surprising at all.
Well, remember Jim Caviezel when he was
movie,
talking about Sound of Freedom, is that Epstein's just the one we caught. There's dozens more out there.
Correct.
You just
absolutely.
to get
Very
to get
fucking
out.
true.
Yeah.
And if we want to catch him, we just rename Epstein Island to Fantasy Island and have
There
them
you
all
go.
show up.
Exactly.
That's a scary thing to kind of be serious for a moment. There's probably 4 or 5 Epstein Islands in operation right now that they're all the same people are going to.
Right.
We just
I'm
don't
not
know
kidding.
about. They've gotten better at hiding it.
Yeah,
I'm not kidding about Biden's brother's island. It's right, like literally, like 5 miles by
Where do you
water.
think they moved all of the underage prostitutes to Battsauce to Biden's brother's island? Of course,
Makes sense.
Yeah,
we probably
I know,
didn't
that's
even
what
get
I'm
the
saying.
best one.
I would
Like,
give my half my lifespan to see the body cam footage of the cops or whoever the law enforcement that went in to look at that place. That would be horrifying, but that'd also be fascinating to see how a monster like that lives. I just have morbid curiosity. What is in there? Who
I
is
think they
in
had
there?
walkthroughs on the Travel Channel and stuff before.
Here's in a perfect world, if they were going to release the client list, the evidence, and start pressing charges to people, so there's rumors that they're going to renovate Alcatraz and reopen it as a maximum security prison. I'm all for it because it's just sitting there rotting. It's not even the tourist attraction anymore. It's not even safe for tourism. I don't think it has been in a long time.
Really?
It's just considered a national park and landmark. Last time I heard, I think they stopped in like the early 2000s, unless they've cleaned it up.
Didn't the Ghost Adventure guys go in there?
Yeah. But they can repurpose Epstein Island into another Supermax just for them.
Oh yeah. I think we should send all the gingers there.
Because what I remember, Epstein
I mean,
rented that
ours.
island so it's in the Virgin Island, the U.S. Virgin Islands. He rented it out for 99 years.
Well, it was the Virgin Islands
wow.
before he went there. Now it's just the islands.
You see, Arza, that's how it's done.
Look, I've only had 2 bad jokes. I've had at least 3 good ones this show. I'm gonna have a better batting average than Vaughn does.
The lie detector determines that was a lie.
Press X to doubt.
Okay, but your batting average, is that including both male and female?
Oh! What can I say? I'm ambidextrous.
Oh, fuck.
All right. So here's the second video, Vagabond, before we all forget what a black leprechaun is. All right. Here we go. Is there supposed
Dude, I
is
love the text.
There's no audio?
Oh, I guess not. My bad.
Oh, what a shame.
How
Dude, this is-
boring.
Dude, this is
Garish are
clearly-
descended from the people of Africa, known as the Twa. Who later
Let's get a
on
real
were
ginger.
thought
You
of
know,
as leprechauns.
I think the editor of this video messed the mark. He should have given it like a Star Wars movie crawl.
No, I think all right. Whoever this editor is, dude, if you're looking for work, if you're willing to, get what you think you deserve to get paid, you just work for us.
Well, I think he's going to be
Oh,
looking
excellent
for
slideshow. The leprechauns possess advanced knowledge of metallurgy.
I'm just waiting for the generic hip hop music.
And medicine, which Caucasians thought to be magical.
Oh my god.
They were the protectors of the gold at the end of the rainbow. Translating the secret knowledge of spiritual enlightenment.
Are you kidding me?
They migrated into Ireland before Caucasians or any other people. The Twa were craftsmen and had advanced knowledge of medicine, metallurgy,
If they can't change
textile and clothing
Oh.
and manufacturing.
You know, this seems
And
like
apparently shoemaking.
Some kid did this because
Apparently shoemaking.
They made
You know-
a very good pair of Jordans.
this is like some kid in like 5th grade just put this together.
This is my high school presentation.
Yeah, but it was a white kid who was accused of being racist, and now he's trying to look woke. So he put this together in 5 minutes.
I kind of feel like this. Whoever made this is clowning on the people that actually believe it and making.
What is this spacing? Which Caucasians thought was magical.
Wait,
so we find that it was the Twa.
They thought shoemaking was magical?
Apparently.
Magically delicious.
People that have come to be known as leprechauns. And all history is black history.
So we
Man.
don't need a Black History Month.
I'm gonna make a meme of basically a Twa guy, but with the Jordan like like the Jordan's logo. That shit's gotta happen. I gotta do it.
You're gonna be Team Penny.
And make it with him dunking into a leprechaun's pot of gold.
Exactly. Up here, and he's just like
Going
this, like-
over the rainbow.
No, but the Twa has to still be holding a basketball.
Right.
Exactly. It's still.
Why haven't the Celtics thought about this for their new mascot? They need an update.
Oh, come on, let's go. Hey, you changed the damn Redskins name, then the Celtics got to make their mascot black. It's got to happen.
You can race swap the Boondock Saints and it would actually work.
Hey, I just thought of something. You can't say leprechaun. You got to say leprechaun because you can't pronounce the hard end.
That's his hard word, matey. Wait, why did I use it sound like a pirate?
You can't use that word.
Oh, yo.
Only we can use that word.
Because
in a
many
place
of the
that can-
Irish, most of the Irish were actually pirates, or most pirates were actually Irish.
Yeah, that's where the
That is
accent
true.
came from.
Yeah.
So instead of drinking Guinness at every St. Patty's Day, we should be drinking Hennessy.
Maybe
Yeah.
they're gonna cancel Darby O'Gale in the same way they did Song of the South.
Huh?
Much.
Who?
Yeah,
None of you know about that movie, do you?
There's nothing wrong with it. I don't get it.
I know Song of the South. I love that movie.
Dude, none of you guys know Darby O'Gale and the Little
Man.
People?
Means something very.
Oh, the one with Sean Connery.
That's the best Disney movie. Come on.
You know how I know you're gay?
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Continue, Bass.
I don't think I need to.
I mean,
No, I
it's
think the joke wrote itself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pre-Bond Connery, and you can't go wrong with Connery. He's actually a decent singer.
No, I know that the best midget movie ever, since we're on the topic, is Tiptoes with Gary Oldman and Matthew McConaughey.
Right.
Yo, play the trailer.
Yeah, we got to wrap up. We're almost at the 2-hour mark. We'll end on a
Oh,
happy
geez.
note. One of the greatest achievements in film
Do it.
history. Tiptoes. You haven't seen
This is real.
Bro, this is a real
Is
movie.
this the rom-com?
recommend it. Yes.
Honestly, I think Zombie Ass Toilet of the Dead is the greatest film of all
This
time.
might have zombie ass Toilet of the Dead topped in cringe. Man, I am gonna watch that this weekend.
Oh
though.
man, let me know when you watch it.
I will. I'm supposed to read Phenomenova Part 2, but fuck it, I'm gonna do that first.
It's on
It doesn't take long.
Family disguised hentai.
Which one of these do I read first, Vaughn? Oh, he's not there. He can't pimp his books.
Okay.
Carol and Steven's life together was perfect.
I've got to get going.
Right this second.
What the fuck?
Ooh, yeah.
All right.
I love you.
This is back when that movie guy was in every fucking trailer. Carolyn and whatever guy's name it was perfect. Yeah.
There's one small problem.
Hi, I'm Ross. I'm his brother. We're twins.
Are your parents?
It can tear them apart.
You're gonna let me know that everyone in your family's a midget.
They're not midgets, Carol. Dwarfs.
Whatever.
Real? Gary fucking Oldman.
He's
One
on
of the
his
greatest
shoes.
actors to ever live is walking on his fucking knees.
Yes.
No way.
I'm buying this Blu-ray right now. Where's my phone? I gotta go to Amazon.
I gotta
my-
write this down.
Oh, I never heard
I've
of
seen-
it.
Yes, you do, Neil.
This
Neil,
isn't even a
this
comedy,
movie-
is it?
It's
Right?
a romantic comedy.
It's
It's
a-
funny for all the wrong reasons, man. It's not funny for the writing's horrible. The jokes don't land, but it's still fucking hilarious.
I'm so
It's
glad
like
this movie
watching
came
The
out the
Room.
year I was born.
Media of this. What
Jesus
the hell?
fuck, Arza.
Okay, Matthew McConaughey is about to marry. I think that's Kate Beckinsale, and he never introduced her to her family, to his family, because they're all midgets. And then Gary Oldman, his brother, who's playing a midget, shows up and invites her to like a family reunion.
And Peter Dinklage is in this too. I just looked up on IMDb.
Yes,
This resells for a decent amount on DVD. This is hard to find. What?
Really?
the
Yes,
fuck?
it is.
I wonder why.
I know
They're
because
dwarfs,
I wanted
Iron.
to, after I watched it the first time, I wanted a copy of physical.
Together.
I'm gonna get it.
Welcome. I'm Steven.
Ah, there you are. This is Steven's father, Bruno, and his mom, Kathleen. And over behind the bar is Steven's brother, Vaughn.
Wow.
You could have prepared us for this, don't you think? If you embarrass me, I'll never speak to you again, so just get it together.
How's everybody straight?
When the going gets rough, it's only
Okay, and now we're getting into the deep emotional impact scenes. Here we
Gonna
go.
wonder if
The main midget is not a midget.
Really be that big of a deal if our kid was a dwarf?
You knocked up this great girl, and you didn't tell her that her baby's probably gonna be little. I'm not like you.
We are so cute and cuddly. Don't discriminate against us.
You said these parties got a little wild. I never expected this.
Did you catch Peter Dinklage?
Yeah.
That makes me even
Sure, a
more
lot of midgets around
his
here.
shit about midgets acting.
Look, dwarf boys men get real lucky because they get a perfect ratio. Everything looks bigger when you're fun sized.
How do you know this, Arza?
Just done some research on this one. It sounds like he's got.
What was that? What was that line from Game of Thrones?
Now, maybe Vagabond can back me up. I've noticed a lot of the black dudes like the little girls. Like my wife used to watch
Yes,
those.
we
Little
know that
Women
about Diddy.
Atlanta. No, like the Little Women Atlanta and all those other shows. My wife watched the shit out of those, and some of them were fairly attractive girls. They're always with like this big fucking black dude.
Well, you see, the reason why is when they're getting down into the dirty, he likes to see it poking through her throat.
Jesus Christ, Arza.
Oh my God.
You've run out of words for the night. You get no words.
It's in horny jail.
Me and a friend, like, we do like talk about short girls and like a girl being short or tiny is like a and then like extra small is like extra delicious.
Oh God,
Dude, see, I'm different, man. Like, I don't know. I kind of like tall chicks.
I like tall chicks too,
Like
but
Katherine Heigl.
Like,
Yeah,
but
it's,
like,
it's weird. I think that the shorter guys like us, because we're the same height, Professor and Theo, like the taller girls. It's like something to accomplish, like a Mount Everest or something.
no, like we'll be sitting.
It's a sub mentality.
No, we'll be like, guess what sushi she wears.
You guys just don't get it. You all are sitting there. You all don't get it. You all sitting there. Oh, I like this type. I like this type. Look, the only type you need to like is the one that says yes.
That's pretty much it.
Fair point.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
Because look, the older you get, the less types you're going to find. So you just need to stick with
look
yes.
in the eyes. That'd be nice.
Well, you know, once you're out of Asia, there's more than one type, you know?
Selena's not taller than Iron, though.
They also have vaginas.
Can do what he wants to do. I'm ready for an adult relationship.
What is this man doing in your bedroom?
They literally have a midget fight. Oh my God.
A walk down
And
the
they're
aisle.
Jewish? Are you serious? Oh my god, they're Jewish?
Shit. Okay, where's this DVD? Okay, this is
Someone's gotta find this.
Have you seen Knights of Bassadon?
Yeah, Knights of Badassdom is
gotta have
fucking
it.
great. I love that movie.
I know, I
It's,
can watch it
it's,
over again.
Fantastic.
it's a good one. I
Guys,
wish that had that kid from
Right.
True Blood in it. He needed to be in more stuff, but he just kind of disappeared.
I
He's
can't
very
believe they
lucky
call us
guy.
tiptoes.
Just hope he's smart enough not to
I
screw
won't
it
be
up.
home when this shows up, but I don't care.
There'll be rough patches, there's no doubt about it.
Canal Plus and Langley Productions proudly present command performances from Kate Beckinsale, Matthew McConaughey, Patricia Arquette, and in the role of a lifetime, Gary
Wow. So I want to give you this trailer. This was one of the other there's an alt trailer that gives away a little more of the storyline. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but he apparently at one point he finds out that his girl's pregnant and he curbs her because he's afraid that she might have a little child like the rest of his family. And they try so hard to make it like this impactful emotional scene, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
The thing is, you can't do that when you have little people fighting. That's not dramatic. That's funny.
I know.
That's so great.
I'm just imagining Matthew McConaughey's. I'm just imagining being McConaughey at this point in his career. Like, all right. I got to kiss Kate Beckinsale. Let's go. Wait, what movie am I in? And I get to act alongside Gary Oldman. This is going to be amazing.
If anybody wants a digital rip, once I get this, I'll send it to you.
This is.
We should do a watch party on the Discord.
Absolutely. Yeah, I agree. Neil, do you have Discord, man?
Yeah, well, I did, but the doctor gave me this ointment and it went away.
Since you run the Discord, I will. When I get back from vacation, we'll schedule a movie night.
Awesome. If you want to get in on that deal, we'll help you get set up with that. Well, we're at the 2:06 mark. Everybody's got places to be, so we're going to wrap it up here. We'll start down at the bottom with Battsauce. Where are you going to be? Where can we provide you? What you got going on?
What do I got going on? I got things going on, but I ran into some trouble just the other day. Keep it professional, Vaughn, please. But yeah, no, I got some things coming in the future. Just if you're to follow me on anything, go to my email list, which is Substack. It's just Battsauce on there. Wait 1 second. I'll put it in the comments in just a second. Awesome. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll have a lot of announcements in the future, but yeah.
Awesome. We're looking forward to seeing the final confrontation between you and Vaughn Coleman at what's the con you're going to be on in June and not January?
Yeah,
Heroes
and
Con.
hashtag
Awesome.
bully Vaughn Coleman. Keep that going.
Yes.
Justice.
I agree. Bully Vaughn Coleman.
All right, what you got going on, man?
Nothing much.
Proof, whatever.
You can catch me usually doing commuter convos during the week. I've been doing a bunch of them this week. I left work late, so I didn't have one today, but that's why I jumped on here while I was driving. So you can catch me on those with some regularity throughout the week. I don't have a particular schedule for them. When I get back from vacation and visiting you and Shags and the great Northwest, I will be regularly starting up Longboxing, my comic book show, mostly bullshitting about comics, probably having creators on, probably doing reviews when MSK can't find the books that we wanted to review, like Phenomenova 1 or Phenomenova 2. Both of those I will talk about. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to format it. I don't know if I'm going to record it and script it or if I'm just going to stream it and talk about it. That'll come later. What I'm mostly doing is sitting here picking through all of my comics in my collection while I reorganize them. And if I don't have a guest, it'll just be me kind of talking about what I'm pulling out of my long boxes and what I'm pulling out of my cabinets and just bullshitting about comics probably for about an hour or so on Thursday nights. Usually probably about 5:30 or 6. I don't know yet what the time will be exactly, but it'll be in that range. And that'll be starting when I return early June from vacation. Other than that, I will be with Iron here tonight on Devil's channel. Come check us out at Beelzebub. tonight, hanging out way too late into the evening. And let's see. Other than that, you can catch me over on MSK's channel. We're usually talking comic book shit there Wednesday nights as well.
Awesome. We all look forward to your new show where you're going to be pulling it out, and we'll join. All right, Vagabond, what you got going on, man?
I have. I won't be here next week. I will be at MomoCon, being a degenerate nerd, and maybe getting stepped on here and there. Other than that, I will sometime after. I'm thinking around the 1st. I will make my return and probably have. I swear it's not hentai podcast.
Oh fuck!
No, we've been looking forward to that. Can't wait. Yeah. All right, Arza, what you got going on, man? Where can people find you?
Well, I sent you something. If you wouldn't mind pulling that up in X, something I sent you. But just daily videos on Arzakhan. You can find it Instagram, Rumble, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the places. Just Arzachats. I post daily videos. I did a Riri Williams one with a nice little beep every minute long, just for your viewing pleasure.
I made you.
What? Why?
What the hell?
I don't even understand this, but I'm here for it. It looks great.
Is Vaughn giving him fuck me eyes?
What? What are you talking about?
Look at your eyes.
Oh, I didn't even see. What? I was looking up to support my good friend Arza, and then I look up to be insulted with that.
Slander. Slander.
No, that is flattery. Don't worry.
You don't like
flattery.
Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah,
I love Wallace and Gromit.
Just know.
I have fond memories seeing the werewolf one, and I'm going to keep those fond memories and erase that image from my head.
Just be careful. If you guys make a funny face, I will screen cap it. Be careful.
Vaughn Coleman, what do you got going on, man? Where are you going to be?
I got a lot. So first of all, do you mind if I just share my? I am actually.
Just keep it professional.
So if you could show off. So Phenomenal issue 2 is in people's hands, and right out the gate, I want to show off the cover for issue 3. So we are getting things moving. Finally, I'm introducing the title team in the book, because I wanted to build up to them. So you can go ahead and sign up for my email list at rebeloasisstudios.com. You can also sign up for the Kickstarter. There's going to be 5 total covers. There's going to be Kickstarter exclusive, and of course the main cover. It is currently, the covers are all being worked on, minus one artist who may or may not be busy with some DC deadlines before he can get to my cover. But so we have some really cool stuff. Cooking, make sure you guys are doing it. My editors agree this is my best issue yet. Certainly my most action packed. So
let me take this. Hold on, hold up the books again, man. Let me pull this down. You didn't tell me you were going to do that. Okay, hold on. Oh, it was Professor. I thought. Okay, cool. I thought that was Vaughn holding up the books. All right, go ahead.
So I got some good stuff. I've been doing a lot of writing. And then I was writing a book for my buddy Zach, who may or may not be doing a cover. And I am now addicted to Lovecraft, so I've been just reading that nonstop. So
he likes the tentacles.
There's actually not that many, but you wouldn't know that because I guarantance you've never let a
Lovecraft come for the tentacles, stay for the racism.
Really. Yeah.
Arza, what's your favorite Lovecraft story, man?
I remember what it was. I read one back in high school. That was really good.
I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It was open source.
Open source.
All right.
Or no, it was copyright free. I found it on some archive
They're all
website.
free because he's
okay, nerds,
dead.
stop interacting. Strider, where are you going to be? What you got going on?
Yeah. You can find me. Of course, my Twitter handle is right below here, so you can thank you. Appreciate it. I'm now going to embark on a journey of self-discovery for my newfound heritage, but you can find me, of course, on Twitter, and then on every Wednesday. Well, we're going to be on Weekly Rose Gallery. Every Thursday, I do my own stream where I talk about a few things for about a half an hour and then read a book for the other half. Only about an hour to 45 minutes. A really short show. And then Fridays, of course, I am here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be on Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass. We're going to be talking about his baby reindeer situation. That's going to be great. Next week, though, I have a friend in town. So Friday, I will be out. But Wednesday I should be here. Thursday should be doing it. Depends on his availability, but we'll see.
So by a tale of self-discovery, I assume that Strider's basically telling us he's going to go rob a 7-Eleven and then proceed to go dance out in the middle of an intersection and
I've already got
cars.
I've already got Hennessy and do-rags in my Amazon cart, so I'm all good.
Let's go.
Awesome. All right, Theo Snodgrass, where are you going to be? What you got going on, man?
What's up, everybody? So tomorrow I'll be hosting a little show called Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass over on my YouTube channel. That's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be, we got an update on this is going to be our third installment on what has come to be called the baby reindeer situation. God damn, you guys have no idea how much of a burden it is to be this handsome. You guys have no idea.
I do,
you should
because
be
I'm
grateful.
very good looking.
You should be grateful for having no hose. It really is a blessing. You guys have no idea what it's like.
I'd like to experience that, Theo.
I'm so upset that I'm married and happy.
I'm
upset that I'm single and at peace. How dare I?
Fuck off. Okay. Anyway, I'm gonna be. If you want to see live comedy, I'm gonna be over at Buck's Tavern on the 21st in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm gonna be at the Yakima Valley Comedy Festival on the 24th in Yakima, Washington. So that's going to be lit. There's a bunch of cool shit happening there that I don't remember right now. And then I'm going to be over at Wise Guys for Comedy Rumble something on the 31st of May. And then I'll announce my June dates later. So if you guys want to come see me do live comedy, come on out here to Las Vegas, Nevada. And if you're having a hard time, if you want to know when I'm doing comedy in a city near you, or you just want to keep track of all the cool stuff I'm doing, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on YouTube, because that's where the stuff's happening. Follow me on Rumble, because they actually pay. So yeah, it's going to be a good time.
Yeah, you know, last time I did all that shit, I got arrested for stalking.
Theo's actually.
I think Prof had a great joke, but he froze.
Yeah, I think it was something about me getting my kidney stolen.
Right, probably. Moving on to the guest of the evening, Papa Neil. What you got going on, man? And where can people find you? In fact, I'm going to share my screen because I want you to see if you can tell me a little bit about this right here.
Oh yeah, it's the book I wrote. It's about men, because I don't know shit about women, so why would I write about them?
Hell yeah.
Is this a dating guide?
Well, if you want to be single, yeah. It's more of a manual you want to give to a woman that you're dating and tell her, look, if you treat me like it says in the book, you'll own me for the rest of your life.
That's awesome.
It's
that's
that
awesome.
simple. And that's all awesome. It's a relationship book about how to stay together and have fun while you're doing it. And it also pokes a lot of fun at men, because we're dumb. We are.
We're hilarious though.
Yes, we are. So that's pretty much what the book is about. And there's some reviews. I mean, you can see it's a 4.7. That's not bad, I guess.
Yeah.
No, that ain't bad at all.
No, it's definitely good.
I'm going to be adding it to my cart. Hopefully next time you're out, I'll even get it signed if you don't mind. The link to Neil's book is in the chat. You've got a YouTube as well. I'm going to put the link there if you want to go check out some of Neil's stand-up, which I've already enjoyed, and I can definitely say, well, yeah, I just said that I enjoyed it. So
yeah, I'm actually going to start posting. I'm going to try and post like 2 or 3 times a month. We'll see how that goes.
Awesome. All right. And as for me, I will be over with Professor Savage Dad over on Beelzehub. Devil Made Me Do It's channel. Link will be in the comments later on this evening. Tomorrow morning, I'll be on Sammy 3P channel for Cavecast, along with Drunken Emerald Arrow. And then later that morning, I'll be over on Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass to deep dive into his current predicament. And I'm really looking forward to it. But we'll be back hopefully next Wednesday. Wednesday show is kind of in a little bit of a hiatus, but if we do happen to have one, I will let everybody know. There's been some complications with real life and work, what actually pays the bills. But we will be back Friday at the same time, 5:35 p.m. PST, and we're going to do a hard out tonight. So thanks for having out, everybody, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Later.
Oh.